Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of the J.E.B podcast. I am your host, Ari Sharice, and today we have a lot of special guests, so I'm going to try to introduce everybody all at once. So, first we have Big Ox, Lil Earl, Dezo the Introvert, J.Rob, Bama, Early, and Context. Hi, guys. How you doing?
What up? What up? What up?
What's good? What's good? Big day for the collab, y'all. Big collab day. Big.
So today
What's the
we
word,
are
man?
we are collabing.
Nobody
with...
told me the cool kids was gonna link up today. Nobody told me that all the cool kids was gonna link up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So today, everybody, we will be collabing with Graveyard Shift. They are another podcast. They host another podcast. You can catch their podcast on YouTube and other streaming sound places. I don't have all the information right now, but I'm gonna get it in a second. But anyway, so today's gonna be very hectic. So let's go ahead and get started in some of these topics that you guys we've been seeing online. We're just gonna get this out the way now because it's early. We already been talking about this previously, but let's talk about these young NBA players and their not so youthful mothers of the children. So Jalen Green and Drea are having a baby, of course, and we discussed that last time. But now it's been revealed that Joy, who is also the mother to child by Future as well as Bow Wow, is having a baby with Jalen Brown. And their age difference is as extensive as Drea and Jalen, but it is very extensive. I think Jalen is
Trayvon did. My bad. Trayvon did.
Trayvon. He's what, 25 and she's 35, right?
Yeah, 35.
Yeah. And Drea is 39 and Jalen is what, 21, 22? 22?
He's a baby.
He's somebody's child. I don't know. So guys,
Somebody's child.
how do you feel about this? Like, it seems like it's just becoming more and more common. Usually it's the other way around. So what has been you all's opinion since seeing that this is consistently happening amongst several different, players, not just football, but basketball? Like, what are your opinions?
You know what, Ari? I'm gonna just go ahead and just tell y'all the truth from the jump because I know everybody else gonna want to pussyfoot around and beat around the bush. I'm gonna tell you what it is. This is what it is. It's big business.
It's big business.
It's big business. You know what I'm saying? It's big business. That's that child. That child, with all due respect to that child is a retirement plan. You feel me? So it's big business. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all call it. I mean, he a grown. He over 18. He a grown man. A lot of people calling her a pedophile. That lady ain't no pedophile. She might be a little. I'm not gonna get into that because he a grown man, so I'm not gonna say that. But what I'm gonna say is that's big business right there. She knows she knows what she doing. It's a big business. Simple as that. Straight to the point.
So let me get this straight. This is big business, right? So if it was the other way around and she was having a baby and she was younger and the guy was older, it would just be a common thing.
Y'all killed Marcus Houston.
In my opinion, I'm gonna say this. It's not that it isn't the fact that he's just okay, he is a grown man. Don't get me wrong. By all means, he is a grown man. However, he has not been grown that long. And me being younger, I had my first child when I was 20 years old. I know for a fact that him at 21, 22 years old, he is not thinking the same way she's thinking. And I get it, like you said, it's big business, but at the same time, that was very predatory-ish because how you gonna sit up here and say, oh, you know that all of the dudes that you could possibly be with, that you could be in a relationship with, you was already ran through them all. That's why you came over here and had a baby with this one. So you could lock in.
Oh, no, we talking tonight.
Like, instead of locking in when you could have locked in, you know what I'm saying? She would decide to do that. Because let's not forget, he is the same high school game. He left her son in the house by himself so she could go run around with Chris Brown. It got locked up for it. So we can't forget that. The priorities ain't prioritizing for me. So that's my thing. It's like, it's one thing for it to be something like you're younger, you're making mistakes and you're living your life. But I feel like she knows what it's like to be around guys in that age range because that's what she was doing back then. And on top of that, she knows the business. She knows how things operate. She knows how it works. And at the same time, like a lot of people saying, well, why you going for the players? Why not go for the owners now? Like, you at that age, you could have went and got an owner. You could have went and got a coach. You got that.
At your big age, of 39, as y'all
Your
say.
son and him could basically be teammates, could go to school together and have grown up together, and you over here playing. Like, it just doesn't, it don't feel right to me. And just me as a woman, I wouldn't feel comfortable dating nobody that's close in age to my child. If I'm her age, I don't want nobody that's my son's age or close to his age or could have been in school together. Like, no,
do you know how much gaslighting and manipulation is going to be able to happen in this situation? This is going to be very, very toxic. Like, you can see this from a mile away. You can see it from a mile away. Like, you're going to take advantage. Gonna have boy moving all types of. Now, don't get me wrong. He's hooping right now, but let's say things don't work out and it doesn't while he's in the prime of his career. We don't know how that's gonna take a toll on him. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody has that mental fortitude to go through that. Now, my thing is, you taking an eater off the market. I'm not with that, my boy. You should have got the memo. The Players Association should have hit you up like, yo, listen, she's off. Yo, what are you doing? My thing is, you love who you love. I'm not knocking it, but yo, you dirty macking, my boy. You threw salt in the game, Jalen Green.
At the end of the day, I just want to ask one question. I just want to ask one question. When you said it's public knowledge that she got locked up chasing after Chris Brown, so Jalen Green didn't have that same early. He had that same public information.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did.
No, but this is the thing.
So you just rather him just be okay. That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, she has a track record of trying to sack chase.
Yeah.
So at this point, all I'm saying is she found her dummy. That's all she was saying. She was trying to find one, and she found the guppy.
Oh, she found the sack to chase now. Let's be real. She found the
guppy. Everybody else. So you mean to tell me Chris Brown, Nick, and all them Nick? Oh, come on, man. All them baseball bats, and she gonna sit there and they ain't get her pregnant. They ain't get her pregnant. That's what
and if they did, we didn't know about it. We didn't hear about it.
Them niggas would have been dummies, and everybody would have said that, like, man, retirement plan, just like what Ox said. Look at you, sponsoring. So on her son, AAU, they need to have Jalen Green, but he'll sponsor. I'm gonna tell my son. I listen to my
OGs all day long, younger youth, right? You know for a fact that when it comes to younger youth, they are not as previous knowledgeable as we are, who've been living a little bit longer, right?
Right.
So for me, right, you got a young dude, you've been going to his high school game, calling yourself his mentor, you've been praying with the dude, right? You in the dude's ear. Dog, it's very easy to manipulate somebody that's much younger than you. And then she did an interview not so long ago where, you know what I'm saying, she was basically saying, like, I just wanted the baby in general. Like, she don't even really fuck with Jalen Green like that. Like,
she knows she don't. That's the crazy part.
The situation that just happened.
How could she? He a baby. How could she fuck with him? He might, you know what I'm saying?
What they got to talk about?
Yeah, he might be excited for us sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Make him feel young again.
And again,
TikTok dances? TikTok dances?
Yeah, right. They ain't got no OGs. Back in the day, young like Allen Iverson was running like I'm from DC, dog. We know all about Bubba Chuck. He was running through the DMV because he was a Philly nigga coming back home to Virginia and DC. But Iverson wasn't getting Jones pregnant. He was running through. But again, that generation is older. We just seen Ant-Man have a little situation where Shorty trying to have a baby on him, and he wasn't going.
Send the video.
And you can tell he had OGs.
Send the video. Send the video.
For the people like Jalen Green, like Zion, who come from backgrounds where they're not as privy to how this game is played. And the words of Joe Budden, it is some assassins out here, bro. Like, it is women who literally set you up, Brittany Reiner type shit, just to get the bag from you, dog, and know how to treat you real good, rub on your, you know what's and all that, so you feeling real good about yourself. And before you know it, it's whoopsie doozy, wham. So for me, I'm like, we trying to encourage the youth, for the new young niggas, like, bro, what y'all in the prime of y'all career? You a 21-year-old, you won't get a big boy contract. You running through life, you got the good hair, you're Panamanian like me. My boy, what we talking about? Like, you could have got something else. You could have got something younger to be with you. And look, I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like if he was privy to a lot of things going on, he probably wouldn't have. But once you get a girl pregnant, it's her choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's her choice.
That's true. That's
but
true.
We gotta attack him the same way we attack R. Kelly, the same way we attack, you know, Marcus Houston when he got his little joint that he was dating when she was 17, all that. Like, bro, even if
the girl is broke, that's different. You praying on somebody broke. That nigga got a bag, nigga. Like, listen here. I'm not gonna feel sorry for a nigga that just signed a 200 million. Y'all talking about these niggas is different. They is picking up poor little girls. You feel me? Like, and they dangling the money in their face. This nigga got the bag. She doing this right here. That's way different than what them niggas doing. They dangling the state over their face. Like, come on, man, let your little baby girl come over here with me.
Right.
Like that's way worse, bro, than what she doing.
She was pulling up to his high school games, saying she was mentoring him. That ain't dangling, bro.
Does he have a father? Does he have a father? Does he have an uncle?
Where's your father?
That's what I want to know, Bama. Hey, Bama, that's what I want to know. You know who's protecting
niggas getting contracts but don't know where they dad at? Where's your fucking daddy, nigga? Like, where is a nigga that older? Like, I just feel like, bro, all the young men out there, bro, you should have you an older male in your life, bro. Like seriously, bro. Like, not even on no funny shit. Just somebody, bro, you respect, bro, that can really kick some positive game to you, bro. Like, because all of us that's older, bro, would have told him, bro, like when he started messing with her.
What you doing?
But Bama.
It's plenty of people that was on that team.
It's different than that though, Bama. It ain't about your father. Like, where your mama at? You ain't got aunties. My auntie used to tell me before I even started.
Where your mama at?
Before I even start, my auntie was telling me.
Couldn't have been my nephew or my no sir.
What you doing, rapping before you tap it? What you doing? She was telling me that before I even knew what it was. You know what I mean?
Shannon Sharp told a story about how when he first got his bag, he was out of town on some NFL type. You know what? Had a little older John he was talking to come to the crib. His mama was at his house at the time. When she knocked on that door, Mom Duke said, "Oh, you know what? If you don't get the fuck, my son just got his money. If you don't get up out of here," Shannon said he never saw her again. Mom Duke shut that shit down immediately. Hey, look, son, you won't ever see that girl again. Period. And he stood on that. But everybody, we gotta be real, y'all. Everybody don't have that, dog. Everybody don't have that. And most of us on here, I don't want to speak for everybody. I done had my cool good too, okay? I done had a jump 61 years old. I'm be honest with you, okay? I done had an older jump, okay? And if you ever see Angela Bassett, don't tell me about how old the Joan is. It's some heat out here in their 60s. What I'm saying to you is that I knew the game. I knew you want to get something that old, you know what? Get busy, you know what I'm saying? And you can't be
out of control.
You can't be too aggressive with the older Jones. They don't go for that. And you got to know how to eat, you know what? Because they don't go for that neither. You say you don't do that, they'll kick out their house. But we knew it didn't get out. You don't stay. You don't stay for that pecan pie. You don't stay for the pecan pie.
Yo, Early, they doing something. Listen. Early, they are trained assassins. They are doing some things that he never seen before in his life. On top of that, y'all see the video where he was crashing out and he was humping his teammate. So he don't even know.
Yeah, that was wild.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so Ari, like he's not even like you guys are all saying. He probably like one of them kids that was just basically, I'm hooping, school hoops. He probably not even in that, dealing with the after school activities and this and that. Not even so. The first person that know how to manipulate that and get that in there, he's losing his mind. She hit him with the super move, she doing this, she doing that, body flexible. You're like, oh my god, what is she doing?
Well, the last
they called Jalen Green.
I said that.
Jalen Green's NBA comp in high school. Do y'all know his NBA comp? He was the first one to ever be comped to Kobe Bryant in high school, bro. They called a nigga the next Kobe because the way he moved at that age.
But that's the thing that I'm trying to say is that that's all that they know. Like, all they know is going to school, practice, games, practice. You know what I'm saying? They spend a lot of their time just playing basketball and just working out and conditioning and doing whatever they got to do. And that's it. They don't really pay attention. So like I said on the last podcast, I told him, I said, sometimes you have to give those guys that are in those positions where they do go get those contracts out of high school or out of college or whatever, and give them an extra 5 to 10 years to mature, because that's all they know. Once they get into the league, that's when they finally are back outside and they have a little bit more freedom, because they're one adult, and for two, that time that they can go and run and do whatever, they can literally do whatever they want. They used to not having no money, being broke in college and school and just living off their parents. Now they have their own money. So they can go and say, fuck it. Let me go do what I want to do and run off and go be with this girl, that girl, whatever. Like, it's nobody going to stop them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can only do but so much, but it's like they do have they have more time that they need to mature, versus if they were just a regular man out here in these streets coming out of college or whatever. Like, they didn't really have the typical college experience or the typical experience in school, because they were always Their mind was focused on
Ariel. I gotta be real, Ariel, because you in that 18 to 35 range. I blame y'all too, man. You got to coach your young sisters. They ain't rubbing feet or none of that. See, that's the problem. You know, Drea gonna rub some feet.
Hold on.
The young girls just
wait.
They don't rub feet. They don't cook no
what you talking about?
None of that, bro.
What you talking about?
You, Ariel. I'm just saying.
Because I'm the only female. We're gonna address this. First of all, if you're gonna attack me, you gotta watch out. Because I got married at 20. Okay.
We know you rub feet. Because I was cute. You rub feet. You rub feet. We know.
So let's start there. You can't just blame the fact that women don't know how to take care of men, whatever the case may be. It's not about that. Like at the end of the day, you have to realize that even if you have those qualities don't always like what works in a marriage don't always work for a girl that you're just trying to go and be with for that moment. You're not always looking for that. At 18 to 20 something, maybe close to 30, I'm not expecting that young man who just got all that money to sit up there and be like, oh, I'm about to be with Shorty all for the rest of my life. The first girl that he hit as soon as he come out of college, like that's crazy. That's just stupid. That don't even make sense. And then he got all that money. That's really like redundant. And let's be real here. If you do have money, more than likely they usually have more than one woman, even though they might have a girl that they keep that's their main. You know that there's other women on the side. So we gotta live in the real world.
Also, a junk like Drea who been in the game. Got a baby with Orlando Scandrick. You like, let's be real, dog. In this environment, we don't really know. Like the average youngin don't know where to go. I got jumps to be like, I want to go to Turks and Caicos. It's like, Shorty, like you such like Turks and Caicos. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you want to go where everybody go? Like, do you know other? It's so many nice locations outside of the country. Like, a jump like Drea the same way Amber Rose did with Wiz.
So why are you blaming us women in 18 to 35 range for these shenanigans? Why are you blaming us?
Is that if y'all listen, y'all gotta be y'all supposed to get on that, dog. Like y'all gotta get. She
get on what?
These hoes is beating y'all to the punch.
She got on something. She has a track record. What you mean? Get on what? What is she getting on?
Beating y'all to the punch, man.
I mean, ultimately, I think this is really. I mean, you gotta just look at who the role models are. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really who. I mean, that's just the truth. The truth of the matter.
18 to 35-year-old to teach another 18 to 35-year-old how to be. That comes from a generation above us, not just the men, but the women. It's on both ends.
It's. I think it's because role models too, though. Like girls are growing up. Girls are growing up with like really terrible role models nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like,
can I say something? Wait, can I say one thing? Can I ask some? Can I just one thing?
I mean, little girls look up to him. Little girls do look up to those.
He's up, Earl. He's up.
Nah, that get him sexy. That's my shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, Candace Owens did say on Joe Budden's podcast that like that we in a different type of like, I guess, whole era. Like it's more like glorified now.
Yeah, but who's glorifying it? Who? Okay, let me just ask y'all this then. If these women are so hoish, right?
It's the men too.
What does it take to be a hoe? She gotta be fucked, right? So who's fucking the hoe?
No, I don't. All right, I think when Candace Owens brought it up, the reason why she said she said it's like a glorified thing to be a hoe is because I think she's referring to like the OnlyFans era that we live in. What she was saying is like we have a out
here that's working a 9 to 5 that'll sing sexy red. Like I work a 9 to 5, but I'm singing sexy.
Yeah, but red. I don't think it's truly about the music.
You're not living that life,
I think what she was referring to was like, do you remember when she referenced when Amber Rose had that slut walk, and it was kind of like, empowering women to, be free with their bodies and stuff of that and things of that nature, which I agree with as well. Like, I think is a responsibility for men to obviously be able to keep their hands to themselves and, things like that. But she referenced how nowadays, like, people promote their OnlyFans. It's in every link. And so I think what she was trying to say,
got one.
I think what she was trying to say is that like women now are, before, like if somebody was a corn star or an escort or a prostitute, that was something that you kept private and it wasn't really talked about out loud. Right. Now we live in an era where it is talked about out loud, but we do it on both ends because it's men doing this on OnlyFans who's like pimps. Like, let's be honest, Ben the Don went on Little Yachty's show and pretty much was I mean, shout out. I mean, he got to get his money how he get his money, but he's low key was like internet pimping, you know, like with OnlyFans.
I gotta be honest.
See, here's the thing though, but no. As a woman, I'll say this: women have. This is why. See, I think that the message that was being sent out gets misconstrued a lot is because women spend a lot of their time being uncomfortable with their bodies.
Places with the women on the camera, man. Why you got her below us, man? What's up with you, man? She supposed to be on top. We're supposed to hold our queens up.
Well, this is what I was gonna say. Women spend a lot of their lives uncomfortable with their bodies. Our bodies are always changing consistently. Every single month, our body goes through a change from from the time that we start, becoming a woman. So it's like even when you go through menopause, it's like all these consistent things with our bodies 24/7. So it's really them trying to say that, hey, we're going to be controlled. If we want to be this age and be sexy, we're going to be that. If we're going to be this age and be whatever, we're going to be this. But we're going to be proud of whatever, however we choose to dress, however we choose to present ourselves, we're going to own that. And I think that's the message that they're trying to portray. However, it's just that the hoish mentality gets pushed out there more because it's more blindsided, because before, like you said, everything was a bit more hush where you had to like be ashamed of what you did and how you made your money and however you was gonna present yourself. You wanted to be out there, but it's like now they're trying to show that you can do both, because there are plenty of women out there that do all of that. Like it's women like Suki, she go and she dress, she do all that stuff, but when she at home, she is nothing like that.
But I think we
totally different. Like me, myself, when I go out, how I act and what I do is one thing, but I'm also a mom at the end of the day.
But let me ask you this. Ari, how many big superstars of the female that are female, how many of them act like Suki but don't look like Suki? You know what I'm saying? Like how many artists, like it's mostly our black artists. It's mostly
I'm gonna keep it simple.
That's
I just keep it simple for everybody in here.
It's not a narrative. It's because of us. I think
can we let another racial group?
But this is the thing. If men didn't like looking at it,
can we let another racial group get the degenerate stick, please?
That's what I'm saying. That's
just plain and simple. Like we
over sexualize women though, bro.
Janelle
Monáe sold more when she put her titties out. Sister sell more because she got her body done, bro.
I'm not trying to hear that.
Listen though, like if a woman goes and she looks like that, y'all be like, "Oh, she look good. She get thousands of likes."
That's nonsense. Like this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. This is like, bro, this is so funny, bro. Like you see how they'll do something and then they be off that, like, but we sit and be on, like I said, like we'll just sit and be on it, like we market it, like. But at the end of the day, bro, like I said, it go the same thing with 6ix9ine. If you stop paying attention to it, if you stop doing it, it goes away. When we keep paying attention to it, it's gonna stay there. So, bro, we gonna glorify and it's gonna stay there. But at the end of the day, with all of that shit, all of it, all that hoeing, acting like thugs, you don't see the group of white folks doing that. You don't see the Mexicans glorifying it. You don't see they don't see
right.
Lord, but
if she got
at the end of the day, they go
well,
home.
you know, Bama. I blame it on rap music.
Don't they got this why I say I can't blame it on it because look, Bob, you got the little white girl, they'll dance on Instagram, they'll all at the party. And then when it's time to really go be a woman, they go be a woman.
But
like
see,
they don't sit and indulge.
I can say this though about being a black woman. Whether you're being sexual, you're always gonna be sexualized and always looked at about your looks. When I go into my 9 to 5, if I don't look a certain way and be presentable, I'm judged. You know what I'm saying? And then when I go in the hood, if I'm not looking like, one of them Instagram BBL type little models and all that stuff, I get judged that way too. Like, dang, she ain't got her body done. Dang, she ain't got this. Dang, she ain't got that. But then if we go and we ask y'all everyday men what y'all like, y'all say the natural woman. But yet the natural woman gets criticized all the time. Well, why you ain't go get this done? Why you ain't got your titties like this and you ain't got like, bro?
Who's criticizing her? Who's doing that? Who's doing
that?
That's a thing. The tabloid.
Hey,
that's a thing.
A woman going out there having to deal with that. It's the looks. It's like it's always common. Let me tell you, even in your own family, as a black woman, when I was growing up, I always had a big chest, like always busty, right? But my family Always.
Yo, early.
My family always made me feel insecure about the fact that I had big boobs. They'd be like, "Oh my God, you need a new bra. Oh my God, they're getting bigger. Oh my God." And it's like you constantly hear that, so you start turning yourself down. Like, dang, I wish they weren't so big. I wish people weren't looking at me, and you feel bad about it. And it's like once I got older, I had to embrace like, okay, this is my body. This is how it looks. This is what it is. But over time, you constantly hear over and over and over everything that might be wrong with you. Oh, you might hear your mother say, "Oh, well, I don't like the way you wear your hair. Oh, she always trying to put on this makeup. Oh, this and that." Like it comes from your family, and then it goes to the outside women that's around, and then you got the men that's looking at you once you get to a certain age because they like looking to see if, oh, do I like what she giving off? Do I not like it? It doesn't matter what it is. No matter what.
But Ari, look though. So
always judge off my looks and what I got on and how I'm presenting myself. It doesn't matter.
Understand that. But I'm just saying, just speaking for the regular niggas out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm talking about for the regular niggas out there. We first of all, we love. I'm only speaking.
I ain't no regular nigga.
I'm only speaking for us.
I'm regular.
That's cool. But I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking for the regular niggas early. I ain't nobody say nothing about you. I'm talking about the regular niggas out here. We love the heavies. Yeah. And we not out here trying to pressure. We not out here trying to pressure nobody to get no BBL.
But y'all can say that all day long. But you do know that.
Do y'all watch Girls
on It's like a hit. It's like a unspoken thing. Like you always know that you're gonna be looked at like, dang. She would be cute if her ass was bigger. She would be cute if she wasn't so dark skinned. She'll be cute if and this and this and that. That's what women always hear. Like, yeah,
you know what? You know where y'all hear from? You know where y'all hear from?
Where y'all hear from?
Y'all hear
other women.
They hear it from the niggas with the most options because them the ones they chase. 99% of women.
And I can agree with that to a certain extent. But I even have niggas that don't have the most options come at me crazy. Like,
and I think Ari, I think one thing is very hard. Ari, I don't think a 9 to 5 nigga can afford to tell a girl you need a BBL or you need bigger titties. Like, let's be honest about that.
These niggas with 9 to 5s making hot 6 figures. Let's relax.
But what I'm saying is the average regular guy who works hard every day, come home, got a family, is not about to just look at his girl and be like, yeah, I need you to.
Yeah, bro.
This is the thing. Y'all can say that. Y'all can say that all day long, but until y'all been a woman, y'all are not gonna. Y'all think that. But I'm telling you, it's regular dudes. It's dudes that's just straight bums that'll walk around and say what a woman should look like, what she should have on.
So you worried about the opinions of bums?
But Ari, you can set it on the flip side. Don't women go out their way to say they want a man to have this job and look this way and have this and have that and have that, have this. A guy needs to be 6 foot. He needs to have this. He needs to have that. He needs to have that. Like this is my whole thing. My whole thing.
But this is the thing. We can't do that because here's the thing. At the end of the day, y'all could look like whatever, and most of the time, women will still. This is the thing. As a woman, I know I've been with men that have not been as physically attractive, but I still be with them, not because of the money that they make, but because of who they are. Women are more likely to go for a dude for how they are.
You ain't dating no broke ugly nigga.
I'm not talking about the bag chasers. I'm talking about regular women.
We're talking about men now.
These regular everyday women.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Ari. I'm gonna tell you right now, from a man's perspective. I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna give you this piece of information. Since we're talking about a man's perspective, as men up here, we all know that a man who doesn't have a lot of options is not picky. I'm telling you right now, we all know that. A man that don't have a lot of options, he's not picky.
I've been in those situations with a guy who was not as physically attractive, sitting over there trying to tell me what the fuck to put on or how to look or what to do. And I'm looking at you like, nigga, you could never. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to understand that as a woman, it doesn't matter if the dude got it all or has nothing at all. It's the same thing from any man at any point in time. It's a given. Whereas as with a woman, you be like, I could work with him. You know what I mean? I don't like the way he might not be the best dressed. He might not be the most attractive, but I can work with him.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Are you trying to me? It's almost
ain't saying that shit neither. If you are a woman in society and you are a pretty privileged, they really
I ain't gonna lie. They really polled 10,000 women, and they gave 10,000 women 80 things. What would you have in your partner? And if they didn't have them 80 things, a lot of them walked out. If he covered like 78 of them and he didn't have certain 2 things. Do you know, like for the men, as long as they check like 5 basic ones, like men was like, oh yeah, I'll wife that. Some men was like, oh, I'll wife if she had 2 out of 80.
Yeah,
2 out of fucking 80
and that may all be true. But what's portrayed, what is being portrayed out in the world from men, we don't get that from men. That's what I'm saying. Like as a woman, what I see, and I like this is the thing. When I'm viewing, let's say that I'm looking at the timeline, my timeline on social media, the stuff that men put out there, and I see them posting, it's like prime example. My ex-husband posts all Hispanic women. I'm not Hispanic, nowhere near it.
You do look
but that's
Hispanic,
all
though.
he posts all day long.
Instagram not real life though. Instagram is not real life. That's just social media.
Instagram is
you gotta look. You do look like Cardi B.
Hold on. You're living on the internet, and I'm his ex-wife. You're living on the internet. You would think his ex-wife is what? Latina. She's not. She's black. So it's just like. But that's what I'm saying.
Men like looking at women of all shades, though. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. What you put out there, you have to understand that people are going to take that for face value because this is a social media era. It's not based off of who you really are.
That's the problem. That's the problem right there.
Real quick.
I'm saying like the social media thing. It's not real life. That's the issue. That's the issue. But that's the issue I've had for a while. Yeah, but J.E.B, so look, that's what I'm saying. The reason it's dangerous is if people are looking at it like this, like everything I see somebody post on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, whatever social media site we're talking about, I'm not taking that as that's what this person is doing or if that's what this person has. You can be interested in things you don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like I like all shades of women. I don't discriminate nothing. So you know what I'm saying? I can't get to know somebody based on what they post on Instagram. Because it's just a post. It ain't real. You know what I'm saying?
As adults that have been on social media for a very, very long time, these kids, that's all they know is the internet. That's all they know. We know what life was like before this stuff. So we have a little bit more ways that we can kind of differentiate between the two. We know that, hey, he may be posting this Hispanic woman, but his ex-wife is black. Okay. Right. So we living in the real world. They're like, that's just what he like to look at. But
these Hispanic women are they bad though, Ari? Are they bad? Are they Hispanic women?
Like Evelyn Lozada, all of them, like them type chicks, like girls that don't look like me, girls that look nothing like me.
Did you not look Spanish? Have you seen yourself? You look a little Puerto Rican. If you spoke Spanish right now, we would be like, it makes sense.
But J.E.B, what's up, though, J.E.B? What we got,
J.E.B? What we got? So, we want to get into our next topic. Or we want
we're going to get into the next topic.
Okay.
I want to say one.
No, I just want to say one thing. I want to say one thing that I think is important. I'm gonna say one thing. One, Ari, I do not disagree with the fact that our beauty standards on the internet have influenced our women in a lot of ways, and I think that has ultimately been culturally detrimental to how we view our women. And you know, the soundbite that's been going lit on the internet on TikTok is. You know, and I look at my black men specifically when it's that Umar snippet. It's like, you think the black girls called you ugly? You think the white girls called you handsome? Like that whole ideology, that whole ideology that we've adopted, that's kind of fabricated by us, that we adopted from the people who oppressed us throughout the fusion. That shit is just inherently went into our brains. That's why we have colorism in our community. That's why we have things with hair texture, things of that nature. And the reality of it is, I think the internet now is just amplifying a lot of this bad rhetoric. And I don't want to make, and I just want to clear that I wasn't pushing back on anything that you were saying. I was pushing back on the internet versus reality, because I think the internet does set a lot of the standards, because a lot of it is influential, because it's the music, it's the reality TV, it's the blogs, you know, it's the shade room, it's all of that stuff. So that stuff is influential to us. I'm not even about to sit here and deny that. But you know what I also think about as well is, if I ask all my homies, especially if I went back to my hood in New Jersey, all my homies, a lot of them now got new girlfriends. Some of them is, you know, settling down, looking for women. And the one thing I've peeped about most of the women, especially, and a lot of them, again, are dating black. These are black men dating black women. Most of the time, the first thing they say about the woman that they've been with, I think it has been, and this is how I say I know if a guy, to me, this is how I know black men are really attracted to a woman that they with, is the first thing they mention, Ari, is they don't say, oh, she's the baddest or this or that. They mention what she does. Like she wants to become a teacher. She, you know, she travels this way because she, you know, she's a nurse and, you know, she travels to aid people in this. Like she talks about, they usually talk about what their ambitions are, because I think I agree a lot with Bama. I think guys are more tolerant to checking off a few more boxes when it comes to that. And I think we have this idea now, and that's why I think it's dangerous that we tell black men and black women we have to have these standards for each other because we can't compromise. Like we tell black women that you can't be with a man, another black man, and y'all can't stack up together and grow together. You can't be in the lead and he catch up later and then he get his shit together and then he catch up. We frown upon that. We frown upon the idea of growing as two individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot of that shit isn't real, because we should not be telling our young black women and young black men that you got to be a scammer and got to go get it right now. You can't grind. You can't work your way up or do what, you know, take the slow grind or work whatever business and be ambitious. I feel like we put something on how fast. And I think a lot of it is in our music. And so that's why I just want to say, I think we just portraying a lot of this bullshit. Yeah. And I think it's important that we have these conversations, because you live in the real world. I live in the real world. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important to make sure we telling people that, yeah, we portraying on the internet, but us who are living in reality, living real life, like we should not be so fucking drawn to some of the bullshit that isn't real. And it sadly sometimes defines our culture, where it speaks about us as a whole, and it's not an example. It's really sometimes maybe 10% of us. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reality of it, who really feel this way.
Nah, J.Rob, on top of that, what makes it worse is that a lot of the people, they don't go outside like that no more. Like, I mean, obviously the COVID situation, you know, got back and it was thing, but even before that, with the evolution of social media, you know, parties are even going to parties is different. You feel what I'm saying? Like back in the days, you know what I mean? Like the party people are more interactive. People was dancing. Now people just post it up. I seen a video with a TikTok. I think it was Meech's son. And what's shorty that he's
messing with? They're not even grinding no more, bro.
Yeah, they're not even, you know what I mean? The music, they just literally just chilling, posted up. And don't get me wrong, you getting paid, you doing your thing for an appearance, but at that time you could tell like there's no interaction with people. Like you don't see the same type of connectivity that people have. So Ari, of course, people are gonna have skewed ideas of what other people want, because people aren't being honest with each other. They're not communicating with each other. They're not telling what the real truth is. All you're seeing is these posts, and half of the time people don't even be posting what they really feeling on the inside. They posting what they want other people to think about them. You feel what I'm saying? We live in this microwave society where like people want to front like they living good, or this is what I want for myself. In the meantime, they living bad, they doing bad for themselves, and they looking for this, and they're hoping that they can manifest it through social media. You get what I'm saying? So, but what in turn what's happening is that people are losing themselves in social media, and they're trying to convert themselves to meet what they want. So then you're gonna find, what does that equal up to? A breeding ground for predatory behavior. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you see a lot of people that got no self-esteem, what you gonna do? You gonna harbor on that? You know what I'm saying? You gonna placate to that? You gonna watch somebody social? Oh, I know I could finesse my way into that, and that's why you see a lot of these situations where a lot of people get taken advantage of because of this low self-esteem and social media impacting their life and stuff like that. So it's nasty. It's nasty, and you know these conversations hopefully will change that moving forward.
Yeah, hopefully it does. Yeah. All right. So now that we discussed all that, let's move on to our next topic. Let's talk about Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Just laughing because I've seen Mike Tyson working out, and
in that fucking diaper.
Me, my stepfather used to call me Tyson, and I'm just gonna leave that where it is. I see why. I see why. So
okay, knockout. So, we see you.
How y'all feel about this fight? Like, what do y'all think about this? Like, what are y'all thoughts? Because I really want to see this so bad, but I really don't at the same time.
Y'all gonna be sick when that white boy get out there and knock his ass out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so sick,
bro. Y'all gonna be so sick.
Tyson might lose the fight to get a bag, but Tyson ain't getting knocked out, big dog. Like he not. He probably lose.
We thought Anderson Silva wouldn't get knocked out.
I promise you.
We thought he wouldn't get knocked out. They stunned. I said that was Anderson Silva. We said like
how old is Mike? How old is Mike?
No, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I hate to see it, bro. I hate to see it, but I'm with Bama. I think Jake.
I know what he's doing. He going through all our old
51? 57.
Oh, 57. Okay.
57.
Bro,
that's a little different. 51,
bro.
Nah, y'all all got him at 57.
I hope we don't get knocked out.
Funny, man. That white boy been
Mike Tyson's from Brooklyn. He's not gonna get knocked out.
I ain't gonna lie.
Don't put that on him. Mike Tyson's from Brooklyn. He's not gonna let me down. He's not gonna let me down.
Mike still got heat though. Mike still got heat, J-Rob.
I
got blood on Tyson.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I love Mike Tyson. The thing is, I don't even know if I could say this to Mike Tyson's face because he might knock my block off no matter what I say. But look, I really like what he's become with his life. I like what he's become with his life. You feel me? I think post everything bankruptcy, I think he's done a great job. His podcast is dope. He actually be talking too. Like, if you really be hearing him talking this podcast, like he really be coming in his wise old man, wise uncle age era. I really respect it. Shout out to Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
But my nigga, that shit is in the past. Who you Iron Mike? Iron Mike is in the past, brother. That's who you were. You're not Iron Mike no more. Like, Mike, it is not the same. And I do not want to see it. I really like it's gonna hurt my like. I'm
acting like he's fighting Javante Davis or something. He's about
to put it. Bro, that punch is gonna hurt no matter what. A punch still
playing with Mike.
Yeah, but
I'm not playing with Mike.
I don't think they're gonna let Mike. I think the contract ain't gonna let him knock Mike out.
Yeah, I get that. I do.
I understand the payday. Listen, I don't disrespect the payday.
Mike can win that shit.
Bama, Q tell them that this man gonna get knocked out, man. Q tell these
57 ain't that old to hit somebody though.
Oh my god.
57 ain't that old. Are you talking about
this year?
This year,
first.
Hold on,
Bama. What you say, Bama?
No, Bob got it.
Look, if we talking about hand-to-hand combat, a dangerous man. This is a dangerous man we talking about. This ain't just no regular dude. We talking about a dangerous dude. Hand-to-hand combat. 57 ain't that old. You don't want to tussle. You don't want to tussle with no 57-year-old nigga, bro. He's strong as hell. He gonna hit you. He still got power. It only take one hit.
I'm just trying to figure out J-Rob. When he's too old though. Well, what do you consider to be too old in boxing?
Yo, the fact that y'all hold on, you know what's killing me right now? The fact that y'all trying to rationalize with me.
I'm just asking a question.
He got an opportunity to knock. Yo, my whole thing is listen, at 57, his body has taken a lot of wear and tear. As a former athlete myself, I was playing football from the age of 6 to 22. I am 27 now. Y'all, my body is like a lawnmower. One of them. I gotta wind my body up now because of where I'm at 27 because of order. Because I was a straight up gladiator, bro, and that's what they do to your body. So I can only imagine being a boxer and at 57 years old. Now, listen, he might pull up off the shrooms.
Off the hook.
And he might really get busy for 2 rounds, 3 rounds.
Yeah, they not fighting over.
That's all Tyson needs, though. You know what I'm saying? That's all he needs.
No, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I don't
listen.
Real quick,
Paul, you understand? If he knock out Jake Paul, you know Mike gonna get another fight, right? They're gonna try to put him back.
No,
I'm gonna pay for it.
I promise you, bro. If he knocked Jake Paul out, they're gonna try to put him back into the.
But that's the thing, J-Rob. You talking about him going all 12 rounds? Like all Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's a heavy hitter. Like he's always been a heavy hitter. Bro. All he needs is a smooth 1 to 2 rounds.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Oh, y'all really think he's winning?
He gonna break his face, J-Rob. Y'all forgetting who Mike Tyson is.
Yo, Jay gonna put up a good fight for Roy Jones. And Roy Jones was a professional fighter. You know what
Roy Jones didn't want no smoke.
I
don't mean to laugh. I'm not trying to laugh, but
no. He told Roy Jones, yo, you cannot punch through me, meaning you can't really throw like what you're supposed to throw.
Oh yeah, punch through a block. Michael punch through a block.
There's no regulations. Mike Tyson can punch through cement, bro. Mike Tyson is punching through steel. Like, he's still punching hard. Like, he's gonna put some pain on that guy.
He's punching through
especially
steel.
what he did to Nate Robinson.
He's punching through steel. Like, y'all talking about him like we still in the 90s, y'all.
Oh, but J-Rob, what I'm saying, J-Rob, is we not talking about J-Rob. We not talking running up and down no court. We not talking about running up and down no field. We talking about standing in the square and throwing hands. You don't got to be 30 years old to do that, bro. I know 57-year-olds out here that will whoop all of us up here, bro.
I feel y'all, but the only reason why I'm not really jacking it how y'all jacking it because we saw him in Holyfield fight.
Thank you.
Knocked Nate Robinson out.
Holyfield, but what you mean? What's
both of them? Y'all don't remember when both of them fought?
Tyson fought
two
old ass niggas.
He knocked Nate Robinson ass out.
I just don't feel like he gonna knock
y'all
out.
Y'all don't remember how bad they looked
him out. That would really shock me for real. Like,
y'all do know Holyfield was
like two drunk uncles at the barbecue getting after it, bro.
How far? Let me.
Two drunk uncles.
Let me ask her real quick. How far back?
Getting after it, bro.
How far back will Mike Tyson get knocked out? Set back the black community.
Bro, he's
how
getting
far back
knocked out in 3 rounds, bro.
Real bad.
He's losing the fight in the first 3 rounds, bro.
I
don't.
Mike Tyson's from Brooklyn. He's not letting
black
you down.
community, man. We don't celebrate that.
This is my problem with y'all. Do you see?
Don't
I ain't gonna lie. Do y'all see
how we move, man? Like,
do y'all not see that this is
entertainers, bro?
Yeah, like, do y'all see this? That Mike Tyson can't live in peace. He's still at 57 years old. Still got to get in that damn ring.
Right.
My brother cannot be PC. Bro, Mike Tyson has
the bag different though. They must have hit him with a different bag.
They had to throw him a bag.
Something in there.
That bag must have been icy. Mike is so.
You think they gave him over under $20 million? Over under $20 million.
I think it's like 20, like something like 2025.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking,
bro. If I'm Mike Tyson, I'm 57 years old. I'm not getting. If I'm Mike Tyson, I'm not getting punched for nothing short of $35 million, bro.
They round for 25 million.
I'll do it for 15.
I'll fight Mike for 25. I get my ass for 25. Shit.
Yeah, you niggas is funny. Yeah, I'm glad some of you. I'm glad some of you.
How much y'all need to fight Mike Tyson?
If I've been training like Jake Paul, bro, like I'll fight that nigga for whatever, bro. That's what I'm training like
why
y'all keep trying that white boy? Like, that white boy really been training to be a boxer, bro.
I'm asking about y'all. I ain't asking about the white boy no more. I'm talking about how much y'all need.
He been doing his thing.
The boxers washed him up. When he fought a boxer, he got packed up. He only packed up everybody else that wasn't boxing.
Floyd was 40, and we all already know
that was his brother. That was his brother.
I don't know. Both of them looking like fuck it. But but at the end of the day, though, bro, like them boxers, what didn't he go against a younger boxer? He learned
from one boxer and then he beat one boxer, bro. He's one.
But he learned to start going older, bro. Like, that's why I see what he's doing. I see what he's doing, bro. Like,
very well.
I ain't tripping off of it because
he don't want no smoke with like a Canelo or nothing, Bama. He don't want no smoke.
He not gonna fight nobody younger, bro. Like, but he's doing it right though. He's doing it right, bro.
He don't want to get backed up for real.
Y'all also gotta remember though. Listen, I'm only pushing back for the sense of just Mike. Like, I just don't want to see Mike get beat by Jake Paul. I really don't want to see that. I really don't want to see that happen. But I think it is going to happen. I think he's getting smooth knocked out.
It's not happening, Jay. He from Brooklyn.
If he lose, I'm cool with him losing. I'm just not cool with him getting knocked out. I can't recover from that.
Honestly, if he get knocked out, I would FaceTime you, but I don't want the feds listening to me.
If he get knocked out, low key, I might not come back online. I'm not gonna hold you. Like,
this is gonna
be a really bad stain from Brooklyn. I'm not gonna hold you. I might up it on somebody and I might as well go to jail. I'm not gonna hold you.
But for real though, Mike Tyson
money on Mike
boxer,
too.
though. He one of the top 5 boxers of all time. He one of the most dangerous men to ever walk in this ring. So what I'm saying is he got shit. He got shit in that ring that don't nobody have. That Jake.
Yes.
What you saying, J-Rob?
Yes.
I would beg to differ.
You think Mike Tyson is the top 5 boxer of all time?
No.
You don't?
Send J-Rob to hell, bro. Send J-Rob to hell.
There's a
Floyd, one of the most. Wait. Hold on. Listen now. Hold on. He's one of the most. He's the one of the most.
J-Rob, before I get you up out of here,
before y'all start.
Nah, because I'm trying to I'm trying to see what J-Rob talking about. Hold on. You got Floyd. You got Floyd, Sugar Ray Robinson,
Sugar Ray,
Muhab.
You have Sugar Ray. Hold on.
You got Sugar Ray over Tyson?
Hold on. You have
Sugar Ray Robinson. Yeah, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Not forget about Rocky Marciano, who's never lost his career.
Rocky Marciano over
Tyson. Hold on. Let's not even front.
Yo,
Canelo Alvarez right now.
Canelo Alvarez right now.
You just naming boxers.
I'm not. You know who Rocky Marciano is?
Nigga, I know. Listen, every time
Muhammad Ali,
I bring a box to the white back.
That's what I said. I said Floyd.
Okay, he top 10 though, right? He top 10 though, right?
Yeah, he's top 10.
Yeah. Okay, I'm definitely say top 10, but I think when it comes to top 5, if you really go back to this boxing shit, first of all, there's guys who have never lost. There's guys who have never lost. And people who never lost. If we going, listen.
That's what boxing is. Seeing who got the most hands.
Boxing has weight classes. I'm not about to compare a heavyweight fighter like, if Tyson were to fight Floyd Mayweather, like, come on, that's stupid. He's a heavyweight.
I'm almost 220 here.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to. I just feel like we always say Mike because Mike is the most powerful. Mike is one of the most powerful.
Floyd number 2.
Floyd is number 1.
That's cool. Look, what I'm saying is,
I'm just being more objective about that conversation because I got
Floyd go do that shit.
Right, but to my point though, J-Rob. So so he might not be top 5, but he definitely top 10 all time. Mike Tyson's a top 10. Mike Tyson's a top 10 boxer all time. We could just go with that so that we can get to go through it.
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So he know how to do shit in that ring that don't nobody know that Jake Paul's ever actually fought against. Tyson know how to close space still at this age. Be like, don't nobody else. Jake Paul gonna be in that ring, and before he know it, Mike Tyson gonna be on this side of him, socking the shit out of him. Like. This not gonna be. This ain't nothing. I know he old, but he's still a fighter, bro. Like
muscle memory, muscle memory.
Boxing, muscle memory, bro. This is different, bro. This is a real boxer that he's about to fight against. This ain't Mike Tyson. Still got bro. He got shit that we still see when he's working out. I really think he'll really beat him up.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna keep it a band with you. The only thing that I'm really worried about Tyson is just conditioning. I'm not worried about punching power. I'm not worried about punching speed. I'm not worried about technique. I'm not worried about none of that. All I'm worried about is if he's old.
Mike ain't never been no fat, so never been. Mike ain't never been no fat.
When did Jake Logan start training the box?
Bro called him Jake Logan.
Whatever the nigga is. Jake Paul, all them niggas. Jake from State Farm. But anyway, when did he start? When did he start?
3 years ago?
Nah, a little longer than that. You gotta remember, they've been doing the celebrity boxing joint. They've been doing this. It started off
as a joke a while ago, and they just
when did he beat up?
He really been boxing for like 5-6 years. Y'all playing around, bro.
You
talk about Mike know how to close that shit, man. You don't think he know how to slip that shit now? He's 6 years deep. You a fucking
we will see.
Bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all telling me to box, bro, and I've been boxing for 6 years, you sound crazy as fuck.
See, Bama, I agree.
Knock me out. You crazy as hell.
Yeah. The thing is, Bama, right? I know. The thing is, I think Jake Paul believes in himself to the point where he wouldn't have took this if he didn't think that he could beat Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have took it. I do think he has confidence. I just think his confidence is misplaced. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna get in there and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna knock this thing out," and then he's gonna get snuffed the fuck out. He's gonna get snuffed the fuck out.
Mike, listen, I'm
one of them body blows.
Everybody got a game plan until they get punched in the fucking.
If Mike is not being ferocious and holding back, then off the jump, then I know.
There we go, early. Yeah,
y'all ain't never seen Lennox
Mike
Lewis
come on
tag
here
that
throwing them
ass.
things. This is gonna be a good fight.
Y'all acting like we ain't just seen Mike Tyson get beat up.
No, I did.
That was about Lennox Lewis.
Lewis is a train. He understands. Look, but hear me out. Lennox Lewis was trained and he understands that he was using his reach against him. This is not Lennox. Don't compare. Don't disrespect Lennox Lewis.
Lennox
Lennox
Lewis is a top 10 heavyweight of all time.
He's 50. Top what?
Top 10 heavyweight all time. Lennox Lewis.
I gotta think about that, but probably.
Yeah, he might be. He might be.
I gotta think. I ain't gonna lie. Is Tyson Fury on your top 10?
You know what?
Low key, Tyson.
Nah, it's not low key. It's not low key.
Yeah,
it's not low key.
I guess you got to.
He's nice. Yeah, come on, bro.
But I got Lennox Lewis. Oh, I think Lennox Lewis could beat his ass.
Tyson Fury never lost. I think he's only tied, bro.
Yeah, he might only lost, but Lennox.
He only lost to Deontay Wilder.
To this day,
he tied. Remember, they tied. They draw.
He never lost. He never lost.
They tied, but he really lost. Though you seen that count? His ass was sleep.
I ain't gonna lie, he did lose to Francis Ngannou though.
Definitely lost to him.
He lost to Francis though. But then Francis went out crazy to Anthony.
That's spanked by my boy.
He
got put out by Anthony Joshua.
Anthony lost to a nigga that work in a fucking.
Hey! Watch your mouth when you say something crazy.
He's doing better now. He better now, Bama. He wasn't. Listen, I remember because he used to actually train in New York. He came to New York and he was training in New York at a spot called Glove Works that was in downtown New York. And I saw him, and the guy was training him. Like, we had a couple of conversations, and he was like, "Yo, Anthony Joshua hasn't been training like that. He's been doing a lot of photo shoots, blah blah blah." And then we sort of. He fixed it up. I'm not gonna front. He's definitely way better than
he from New York.
Got caught lacking. That's
he
why
from New York.
He's from British.
Oh, you're talking about Anthony Joshua,
mate.
Yeah, you're talking about Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, he came on the scene though.
Hey, what region? So okay, y'all niggas is from over there. You from the Midwest? You from there? Okay, what region got the most hands though? In America,
the North.
I mean, we know the answer. We know the answer.
The Northeast,
Southeast.
So you niggas gotta be biased. Y'all can't even. Y'all know who got the most. You know y'all niggas can't scrap.
The Northeast, bro.
Come on, man.
The Northeast.
Billy has the greatest boxing of all time.
The Northeast, bro. The Northeast.
Ali is from the South.
This from putting somebody out. You hear me? Bama, look. You see this right here? This from putting somebody out.
In the South, we real thoroughbreds. We're not gonna break up.
And the old lady was stronger than you, nigga. That's how you broke down.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm saying the Northeast, bro. Like I'm saying the whole Northeast, bro.
Because it's just like a part of life. Like it's like
New York,
Philly, growing up. Like you get in the fights, you get beat up. Oh well,
yeah.
you take your L.
Like New York, Philly, Jersey, Baltimore, like those are all. And you gotta also remember, Ox, the gun laws where we at is different than the gun laws in the rest of America. You gotta fight. You gotta fight.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get into. I was going to say the Midwest because I'm from Chicago.
I
was going to say I would have said us, but we show you. You know what I'm saying?
We not fighting. Disrespect, but y'all shoot.
Listen. We might scrap one time. After that one time, though, if you spin the block, we shooting you.
Hey, Bama. I ain't gonna lie though, bro. It's really West Coast niggas and down South niggas got the most hands, and we know that. Like,
what?
Midwest is one of us. And really, it's really us though. It's really us though. It's really us.
Whoa,
never heard of
that. Y'all can hold down the hoop in and the football. Y'all can hold the hoop.
No. They're not holding down the hoop. Basketball.
Y'all can hold down the hoop.
No, we're not even gonna get into that. That's we got that. But as far as hands go, we got the most hands for sure. We got the most hands.
If we get into basketball too, then this is going to get out of control. And I don't think Ox he don't want to do that.
No.
Michael Jordan.
If we're talking about a region, hold on. Time out. We're talking about a region. You're talking about a region. You're gonna tell me one state, Cali. You're gonna say, okay, you can say Seattle, whatever. You're gonna really tell me Cali to define the whole West Coast. If I say the Northeast, I'm talking Jersey,
Cali is like
New York
4
City,
states in one.
Maryland, Philly. No, I don't care about
that. We talking about West Coast. In West Coast, we talking about Seattle. So we talking about Washington. We talking about Oregon, California. We talking about Arizona
too, bro.
All of that. It's not given.
You know, Kobe Bryant went to school in Philly, right?
Yeah.
I don't give a damn where Kobe went to school.
Shaq, Jersey.
Jordan is from the Carolinas.
You know, Kyrie Irving. That magician is New Jersey, man. Come on,
what's up with us?
Come on, like, do y'all not hear Sebastian Telfair talking to y'all, bro? New York City, we were signed to Nike in the 10th grade. In middle school.
Adidas.
But hold up now. We talking about Gilbert Arenas. We talking about Brandon Jennings, Baron Davis. Like, it's some heat in the West Coast.
No, it is, but it's different. But it's different.
Come on now.
Come on,
but I ain't gonna lie though. Ray Allen from Connecticut too, so you know that East Coast go crazy.
Yeah, you already know what it is.
Oh, he's from Cali. Watch out for him. Ooh.
Hey, just y'all, you know, happy March Madness, everybody. Go Huskies. You feel me? You know.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, well, we got all of that out the way.
Back to back.
We got to move on to the next topic.
I got some bread on you. Don't mess this up, my brother.
All day on this.
Brooklyn. Hold it down.
Are we about to get to the? Are we about to get to the dark story?
Yeah, we're gonna go a little dark a little bit. So all of us, you know, we grew up watching a lot of like TV shows and things like that. You know, it was a thing. So HBO Max basically has a Nickelodeon documentary that came out about what's his name? Dan Snyder. Snyder.
Yeah, Dan Snyder.
And he was the head of Nickelodeon. And basically it's talking about all of the things that the children that were in these shows experienced, what it was like for them. I don't know if anybody's been watching it, but like I watched like the first couple of episodes and it's really getting a lot of traction because the stars that we love, like Drake Bell, Amanda Bynes, those stars their stories are being told as to what happened and how they were mishandled, as well as other children that were coming out that were actors. And I just personally, I was watching the episodes and I was just like in tears. I was like, oh my God, like I'm over here laughing at these jokes. And these kids are going through, you know, what they're going through. And we don't know what it's like to have to work in that industry, let alone be a child and have to work in that. And we hear stories about what adults have experienced. I could just imagine being a child. So did anybody got any thoughts on that? Because I know
I got a lot. So I'm gonna let everybody else go first.
All right, so I want to go first on this one because this is very, very deep, very, very deep.
Hey, real quick, man. Hey, Dan Schneider, you lucky ain't no adult in there slap the shit out you. I just want you to know that, bro. Like you lucky. Like, cause the jokes and all that you was pulling behind the scenes, like if you looked at some of those behind the scenes videos where he was asking Jeanette McCurdy and Miranda Cosgrove, like, you know, if I was to slap you with a bottle, like what would it be filled with? I'm like, bro, what are you even asking this for? Like, what's be a producer, bro. You should be in the background worrying about how to write these jokes. You know what I'm saying? And then the jokes that he was putting in the shows was really some inappropriate stuff too. Yeah, foot fetishes, all these jokes about girls doing inappropriate stuff. He had a scene in iCarly where Miranda Cosgrove was on her knees and the guy would spray water in her face. I'm like, bro, this is wild stuff going on, bro. This is wild stuff going on.
Can we be honest though? As a kid, you watched that and you didn't think nothing of it. I don't think we understood.
Right.
But that's a part of grooming. That's why people were saying what they were saying. It's like if you're conditioned to see these things happening when it's happening in real life, you're not going to question it. You're going to be like, oh, that was just some crazy little stuff I seen on TV. And you don't think nothing of it. You don't think to report it. You don't think to say anything. Because even still, they had the parents even thinking that they were crazy when they would be like, hey, this don't feel right. This don't. And they were like, no. Like the managers are telling them, no, this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. They tell them all types of stuff to try to ease the parents away from the children and pull them away. So it's just like on both ends. The parents don't know because they're not in the industry. So they're being influenced just as much as the kids was being influenced because they want their kids to be successful. The children are saying this is what they want to do. However, going and seeing what they had to go through and the things that they had to face, it's like you were up against a big monster to begin with. So it's just really, really messed up how everybody that was very naive to it, the parents and the children, were being mishandled, because it's like you're looking at the money, you're looking at the influence, you're looking at the fact that they know where you live, they know what you desire, all the things that you want, and they're playing on that, and they're playing on the parents' emotions as well as the kids. And the kids, they don't know any better, so they're just going and just like, okay, they said stand over here, they said stand over there, they said do this inappropriate thing, do that inappropriate thing. And now as adults, they said, when I think about it and what I did, me as an adult, I don't feel comfortable with it. But as a child, you don't know any better, so you're just doing it just to do it. So it's just like all of these clips now are all over the internet from different shows and things that were on Nickelodeon, and I swear it's just like it made me not want to watch nothing at all. Like my whole childhood is in shambles at this point.
I will say the one thing, the first takeaway I got,
Cartoon Network, baby.
Yeah, shout out to Cartoon Network for sure. Because you know what's crazy is like I'll admit I was definitely very much a Cartoon Network. I probably wasn't watching good TV either, because I was watching like Cartoon Network, and then I was going right to like Adult Swim and MTV.
Yeah.
So this is like Celebrity Deathmatch era, you know, this is that era, Silent Library, Scar. This is when I was This is when skateboarding was taking over the Black community. So Scar was all over MTV. And that was a hell of an era. But from watching the documentary, the first thing that really comes to my mind is like, if you don't think the devil exists, it exists through the Dan Schneiders of the world. Like, if you don't believe in evil and that the devil exists, I think the proof is in these people right here. Because the first thing I think we all naturally think is, how can you do that to a child?
Yeah.
To a young teenager. But at the end of the day, these people did it time in, time out, got away with it, and it's a level of evil. And I feel like this is, if you don't believe in evil, this is that in itself. And ultimately, as much as Dan Schneider is awful to the core and really should be thrown under the jail, left to rot, why aren't these parents being tried for years of multiple counts of child endangerment? Because the reality of it is a 15 to 16-year-old kid, you know, from the age of 10 to 16, there's three things that people have to really understand. Is one, your brain is underdeveloped naturally. Your ability to make decisions as a young age, scientifically, your brain is underdeveloped at this point in your life. When you're at the ages of when you're at these young ages, your idea of being famous, all that matters. And we could sit here and say, for some kids, you wouldn't deal with this and you wouldn't deal with that, but none of y'all been about to be on the cusp of your life changing through fame, fortune. You wouldn't want to be a child actor your whole life. You are living your absolute dream, and these people control your fate. And at 15, 16, especially during this time, it's not when like the internet was crazy booming. If somebody from face value who has power within this organization says, well, if you say something, you know your career's done, they feel like they have your life under control. You know, I feel so bad for Drake Bell because his dad really tried to protect him. And, you know, they let this man and a mom, and really it's sad because the mom let this evil man manipulate her through this kid and the divorce. Like, he definitely played on the weaknesses of the family to manipulate that entire situation. And you know, also he preyed on the idea that he tried to sell, like, he told the mom, well, I'm gay. I'm gay, I'm not gonna mess like that made a difference. And it obviously did not, because obviously Drake spoke about it. And honestly, big shout out to Drake Bell for telling his story, man, because I know it is taking a lot out of him to talk so candidly about this, and kudos to him for being so calm. The reality of it is, like, being so calm through all of this too, like being able to really tell the story so candidly. So, I just think these parents need to be held to trial. Like, how could you, like, I mean, how could you look at your mom and be like, yo, mom, you gave me to the devil? Like, you gave me to the demons? Like, you just said, have my child. I'm not even going to bat an eye. Like, sleep on this 40-year-old grown man's couch after you've been with him all day, and I've only known him for 6 months.
Yeah.
We're self-serving people, J.E.B. We're selfish. We are self-centered. It doesn't even matter if we have children. Not everybody's cut from that cloth where they're able to sacrifice themselves and be. There's a lot of people that aren't even meant to have kids, to be honest with you. These people that allow these situations to happen should have been stripped from their parenthood from the beginning. They shouldn't have been allowed to have children. A lot of people look at their kids as just reflections of themselves and whatever dreams that they were trying to get out, whether it be through sports, whether it be through entertainment, whatever the case may be. They're living vicariously through them. So it doesn't matter what the means to the end is. You know what I mean? They don't care that they're going to go through these quote unquote life or death situations. Because obviously, think about it like this. You let's say you're successful for 1 year and you're okay with all of these situations, and then the next year, let's say, oh, I don't want to do that, I'm not comfortable with that. Well, we're not going to write you in a show. And think about it, you get paid per check. I mean, per episode. It's not like you have a salary. You're getting paid for your work, your contracted work for hire. So if you're not with the program, you're getting booted out immediately. You know how many kids is lined up, and that's how they threaten you. You know how many kids you get replaced just like that. It's a utility line. And unfortunately, the parents are just as desperate as the children. The children don't know any better. It's the parents that are very, very desperate at putting their kids in these situations. It's very, very, very unfortunate.
And that's why I talked about the brain development. And that's why I talked about the brain development, because it's just like these kids are too young to really understand not only what's going on with them and the decisions, because when you're a kid, there's not too many things that you really care about most at these points in your life, especially if you're a child actor. Like, all you care about is growing your stardom. What are y'all thoughts, fellas?
I got one question. See, I'm a real complex thinker, especially when I get to smoking that herb sometimes. Y'all don't ever wonder when like shit like this come out at inept times like this. Y'all don't wonder if it's something else that's really going on. And I always say that to say this. A lot of the times when it's like a bigger shit that's going on, like possibly a war or us being up under attack, they'll drop some. I ain't gonna say this bullshit, but in terms of getting bombed by another country, this bullshit, like they'll drop some shit like this that'll keep you glued over here while you getting smacked backdoor by something else. Like, like, damn, I'm over here worried about the sweet life of Zach and Cody, and now it's niggas dropping out the sky with motherfucking AK-47s, and you wasn't even thinking to go. Like, it's just so much stuff I just really be thinking about, because I was like, we been knew this about Hollywood. We laughing about it right now with Meek Mill. We making jokes about it. Like, we making jokes. Them ain't no better than little children, broke niggas coming up from the bottom. That ain't no better than the desperate little child. You feel me? Like, they just as desperate. You feel me? So I mean, we joke about this. So that's why I'm like, at the end of the day, even with that shit, like, why does it come out now all of a sudden? Like, if this is right, if we got a track record, like just years and years and years and years, this shit been bad. Like, you could have dropped this 10 years ago, and this shit would have been equally as bad, right?
Well, Bama, you
would have been grown. So this what made me think, right, that all of it comes at me at one time. Now I really get to thinking, like, shit, bro. Like, yeah, I feel you. Don't get me wrong. I hear that story. I'm like, bro, why is all y'all like throwing this shit at me at once? All the, the little Spider-Man meme.
I see what you're saying.
Why is this all coming at me at once right now?
But maybe, do you don't think Dan Schneider might just be the fall guy to something bigger?
Yeah.
So that's all. That's all.
The little half-ass apology that he put out there in his interview. That half-ass apology, like, it's something else.
He might be the face.
He know he is. And he know he is, and he's taking it. That's the crazy part.
Y'all gotta also remember it takes time, because there's new people in place. So there's new people in place. So kind of like what you're saying, J.E.B, he's a fall guy, because it's an organization of these people that's doing this.
Who is
he's
protected. Owner of the was that the owner of the commander?
No.
He's an executive producer.
No, he was just an executive.
He's not
the same Schneider. That's not the same.
No, it's a different one. But you got to realize he's protected though. Yeah. He's protected. So the people that are in place they're supposed to be the ones that's able to bring this to light, prosecute him. The people he's protected at this time. So once it goes on, there's more people in place, and these people are bringing it back up. Like, okay, well, we could prosecute him now, because we not with them. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of that going on too. A lot of stuff comes up now because it's new lawyers, new DAs, new judges that are going to actually prosecute him now. You know,
not only that, a lot of times no one's talking about it, and then you come out and say something about it, and then people go, "Wait, me too," and then it becomes a herd of like, "Oh, I thought I was the only one." So they have with the Bill Cosby case, like you think you're the only one, saying everybody gonna believe you because the man is more powerful than you. Then people come out and you literally start to team together, like, "Oh snap, I got war stories too." So a lot of times that's what happens.
I mean,
and Ari.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and Ari alluded to it real quick. I was just gonna say, the interview that came out not too long ago, with Dan Schneider sat down with a cast member from iCarly. His name's Tebow. His name was Tebow in the show. And Tebow is a black guy, don't got any history in journalism, don't got nothing. So this was like a planned interview that this man did, where he just wanted to get, his story out there. You just wanted to get his apologies out there and give his side of the story. FYI, bro, like just for your information, Dan Schneider, we don't give a fuck about your side of the story, man. We don't give a fuck about your side of the story.
If you ever watched iCarly, Tebow came off as a nigga who was coon, very coonish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was walking around selling bagels on sticks and shit.
How ironic.
Very coonish. Somebody who was very do whatever you tell me to do. I'm just trying to get a check type of guy. So for him to be the one to interview, like,
but y'all gotta remember Jeanette. But I will also say this too, Bama. You brought up the distraction part of it. If you think about it, Drake filed a case, bruh. Filed a whole case, bruh. They just went to trial. Like, bro,
the reason why I said I don't want to talk too much on it though. The reason why I say that this is coming out at this point in time, because they just killed that whistleblower talking about the Boeing airplanes, and that airplane just had American Airlines just had to have an emergency landing because they fucking wing fell off, bro. And the dude said, air control will not work, so we have to do an emergency land. After the whistleblower magically come up, after he told them about. That's why I said this comes out literally like right after this dude come up missing magically. A Boeing airplane, American Airlines, have to do emergency land because the wing falls off. I don't think y'all understand it, but all right, I take a lot of
You can't make it up, Bama.
You can't make
it up. In the Matrix. You're in the Matrix. You can't make it up.
The next morning.
Hey, context. We might be in the Matrix.
Comes out about Disney and Nickelodeon, and I'm getting touched, and I'm getting
the problem.
Is my jump lagging?
That is just. I just find it how convenient. Like how convenient. Like this is all in the span of a week, y'all. Like that's why I be like letting. I feel y'all. I fuck with my entertainers. Like I come here, entertainers. I'm gonna hug y'all, bro. I watch y'all all of that. We gonna hug y'all together, bro. Like we could hug. But if I'm thinking about it right now. Man, well, I take a lot more planes than I watch. Bro, listen here, that affects me now. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I want to tell y'all again. It's fucked up. I don't want no kid to go through it, but I just be like, damn, dog, this shit crazy. Just how it just, because this could have came out last week before the whistleblower came up missing. We could like, oh shit, yeah. But it's just like a chain of events because I'm like, yeah, dog, I'll be looking at something that's real serious. This Boeing airplane you talking about, oh, America just like, yeah, throw shit up, fuck it, throw it up in there. And bro, this is carrying.
But
this literally, you could get a call, bro. Somebody in your family could be like, bro, they dead, bro, from a
I would agree with you, Bama. I would agree with you, Bama. But this documentary was coming out 7 months ago. Like they already claimed this documentary is coming out 7 months ago.
That makes it. And you proving my point early. They could have dropped that documentary a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. My nigga, they dropped it a day after American Airlines goes on talking about the wing fell off a plane. We have access to go buy a plane ticket on American Airlines, right?
But listen, hear me out though. Can I say one thing, Bama? So I used to work for National Geographic in their development team to develop shows, movies, all types of stuff, right? And so we would start talking about stuff that was be coming out 3 years down the line. Okay. Like I'm in here, like not to say too much, but like let's say for instance, Jason Momoa. Y'all know he has Aquaman movie that just came out recently. He just had one Aquaman coming out. I was talking about that movie back 2-3 years ago, and what day it was coming out, and we knew what day. So it's just like these shows, yeah, they get announced on certain days, but then they also have been planned way in advance. So we can't sit up here and say that this documentary or this show just came out and it was just like, oh, because it's trying to cover stuff up. Now, granted, yes, things are always happening. Things are always happening. However, we can't go and say that show wasn't going to come out on that day, regardless of what happened with the plane or not. You know what I'm saying?
But this is what I'm saying.
I mean, but I think but two things can both be prevalent.
Very traumatic happens. It's like they throw something else out just to like cover it up. It's like
I understand that.
That means
it would have been a documentary. It would have been a video. Listen, it would have been a video of Drake Bell just randomly coming out and saying, "This happened to me." If let's say the plane went down, right? It would have been a video the next day, like a Drake Bell going, "Hey, this happened to me." No, documentaries take a long time to not only film, but to record, like to edit, do all that stuff. Like I used to work for the development team, so it ain't like I just go like these shows and stuff have been recorded probably a year or 2 years in advance, especially a documentary. It takes a long time to get all those different people together, do their interviews, and cut all that stuff and edit it. It takes a long time. So I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Y'all better go Google that shit.
But it would have dropped this documentary would have just dropped out of nowhere versus being announced months ago.
Imagine if we just would have let the whistleblower talk what he would have exposed us to, how we would have woke up more than that documentary. Imagine if he would have got to live his document. But see, you're right. That documentary was probably going to come out on that day. But I just find it very ironic that a lot of documentaries come out after something real crazy happened that could be really wake up the general public.
So Aubrey's point, I agree with the production part 100%. I think what is the jarring part too is the news cycle around it. I think that's what kind of Bama's kind of focusing on. What happens is obviously this is a big conversation, right? But Bama's right. We already know that the entertainment industry has a lot of predatory behavior. And it was, we already knew that this was already happening. We already
I ain't know that about them airplanes though.
So and that's the thing about it. I think making it such a major story, and now we're not even hearing anything about the Boeing situation anymore. That's what is the jarring part about it. You know what I mean?
He was sitting in the parking lot.
Right.
He was sitting. Well, y'all boy, all right, you right. Documentary. It was supposed to come out on that day. This nigga magically comes up. He tells you about. Man, these airplanes, they putting us 30,000 up in the up in the air. They throwing them shits together with gum and tape.
Bama, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I used to work for one of them digs. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
I used to work, and when a plane would go out of service, 3 or 4 mechanics would come out with a tablet, look up at one of the engines, be like, I got something for this. They would go back into their little station, come right back out with duct tape, bro. Like just tape and tape the plane, bro. Like it was crazy.
He told us this exact shit. They left him in the parking lot.
Nigga, turn your your camera on when you talk like that, bro. You come on.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Right after they left him in the parking lot. Right after they left him in the parking lot, Boeing airplane loses. But you're right. Maybe it was.
Well, I mean, but Bama, the thing about that is
they snapped with that. Whoever dropped that documentary on that, he snapped with that. Well, you could have.
But Bama, we talked about him on NSB. We did the we talked about that situation. They said it was a self-inflicted gunshot.
Gunshot.
The day of the trial. You know what I'm saying? So he was waiting this whole time. He had already given him the information. He talked about the loose metal shavings that they were leaving in there that was cutting the wires, that was disconnecting communication. And Boeing said that we'll fix it, but it's actually really not an issue. But that was in 2019. They've been working on this whole time, and then right before he was supposed to go to trial, they want to say that this man killed himself.
Yeah, in the parking lot. He was tired of this shit.
I don't want to talk about this, y'all.
Yeah, it is a lot of corruption.
You scared, J-Rod?
Yo, the thing is, y'all, bro, certain things I'm cool just being ignorant, bro. Like,
yeah,
as long as them planes is landing safe, can we just get them planes landing safe? Like, I understand if he blew the whistle and died about the whistle, as long as them planes is landing safe now.
It's been a lot of whistleblowers. It's been whistleblowers that tell you they track your phone calls, but it's just all right.
It's like the same thing with the Nickelodeon writer. She blew the whistle on Nickelodeon. She could get another job in writing for Paramount. Like, it was over.
But that shit really don't directly affect
I
you.
don't know. For me, I think
them Boeing airplanes directly.
Oh yeah, facts.
Yeah, most definitely. I think as far as speaking about the Nickelodeon situation, I don't know. I think for me, the person that's in the industry, like, I think, like you say, J.Rob, about like the devil exists and like, so it's funny, right? Because and in so many ways we talk about Illuminati. As a person who's in the industry and seen some things, Illuminati isn't what you think it is. It's not this. It's this ritual of things and that nature. Illuminati is very subtle. It's someone coming to you with a proposition and seeing if you're going to accept it or not. And a lot of times in the industry, if you are very open to certain things or you're very, comfortable and you're convinced that like, oh, it's for the laugh or it's for the it's for the Oscars or whatever it might be case of what you're basically intrigued with, you'll go for it. I'm gonna give you a prime example. I was telling my cousin's story.
Right now is when you kick this thing off the stream and act like his shit just short-circuited.
Word.
I'm gonna be honest, right? So I had a situation where I was with my cousin about where I was writing a film, and there was a certain film I was writing. We had already written it, was pitching it, and I was in the film, of course. I'm in the film, of course, and so we're sitting down with some producers, who want to green light it and want to be a part of it, and the film was already written, like I said, and in the film, the gist of it was like two guys who work for like a marketing company. One of the guys like drinks a potion and becomes like this super duper like the women won't leave him alone and things of that nature. And so what happens is in the writing room with the producer, we're having a meeting, and the producer keeps telling me like, it'd be funny since you already have like this potion that like he drinks and he gets all the girls. How about at one scene he goes to a gay club, right? And now all the gay dudes is all over you, right? And then what happens is you basically go along with the gay dudes giving you drinks and stuff. And then at the end of the night, you basically go like, you know what, guys, I ain't even gay, so thanks for the drinks, but y'all have a good one. And we're like, and I'm like, but if it's about, I'm a heterosexual male, if it's about a guy taking a potion to make girls be attracted to him, why would we add this scene in this movie that's already written? That's another price. Like, people understand the production of a film, a scene like that is an extra 10 to 15 minutes of a movie, but that might be an extra day or two of filming. I'm like, why would we add a whole nother scenario to it to where I'm in a gay bar? Like, why are you like, the film don't need that. Like, you're literally trying to force that in. And he was so adamant on like, dog, it'd be so funny though. Like, just think about how funny it'd be. We can get certain gay guys that are famous in the community and they can be in the club. And it's like, nah, I'm good on that. And like, he really was like pushing it. So when like he sent emails, like, God, I think you guys are just being close-minded. Like, and it got so bad that the guy kind of like pressed us out on being like, are you guys homophobic? Is that what it is? And it was like, whoa, like you're switching it to be homophobic now because I don't want to add a gay scene, but maybe in a gay bar. Wow. Like that. This is like when you watch a movie. Like, have anybody ever seen Neighbors?
Yeah.
In the movie Neighbors, there is no reason why Zac Efron and Seth Rogen have to fight with dildos and then put them in each other's mouths. Like, these are scenes that a producer was. No, seriously, these are scenes that, because they could have fought with anything. If they fought with rubber baseballs, we'd have been hilarious. This is what happens. Like, it's subtle things to see if you're going to pass or not. Will you do this gay scene because it'll help your career out? It'll be Oscar worthy. Will you do this weird thing or go to this weird party? It's parties that at a certain time of night, like, what's up, and somebody will tell you if you're privy to the industry, like, oh, you're going to so-and-so party at 2 o'clock in the morning, like, hey, just know what that come with, because what's going to happen is you're going to go to that party, they're going to take your phone and pat you down and make sure you have no extra phones on you. You're going to sign an NDA. So now if you do want to whistleblow, it's your word against mine. You have no proof. and you know what you're coming here for. So like situations like this, it's all about and they prey on people who are of a weaker stature or poor stature. Like people understand that Drake Bell came from a trailer park. Like Amanda Bynes' mother was shopping her around for years trying to get her to get in pageants and stuff like that. So I've been hustling and busting this, and I ain't been seeing no motion. So now guys want to come to me and tell me I can make your daughter a star. I can make your son a star. Like parents are going to give it up because in their mind it's like I trust you to make them a star. You with this big network, everybody in Nickelodeon. Like everybody in Nickelodeon. Like people look at it like people understand it like Kel Mitchell. Kel Mitchell. The reason why you didn't see him and you only saw Keenan because Kel had a really bad drug problem. If you also realize in the very first season of All That, or the very first rendition of All That in '94, there were no female guest members. They had Kel at 15 years old dressing up in Oprah costumes, playing women all the time.
Yeah,
like they wouldn't even have a female. They didn't even have a female.
You're right.
They just say, "Kel, do it. Kel, you be the woman. Kel, you be the woman. Kel, you be the woman. Oh, Kenny, you be the woman." Like it was to a point to where like is we trying to see where you go. And if you notice, a lot of guys who was cool with it end up like just going along with it. And Kel ended up getting his own show, and he was able to get popping. But what happens is that trauma deals with you. So now he deals with drugs and things of that nature. Like in this industry, like I said before, like people forget that like it's not about like with Illuminati and things of that nature. It's not about this thing, like it's not broadcast. It's not something that's like, oh, it's just gonna happen and it's gonna be this big ritual. Like I said, it's a lot of small things. I'm gonna keep giving you ideas and see if you push. And then when you don't push, I'm gonna make it seem like you're the problem. Oh, he don't want to go to the gay scene where he goes to the bar with the
gaslighting and manipulation.
So them guys are homophobic. So now I'll go through an industry, and now I'm going to other people pitching the same movie, and they're like, "Hey man, we heard from so and so over there, so and so department that you guys might be homophobic, and we don't want to." Is that a thing? Like,
well, that's the thing. So like in these instances, especially with these kind of documentaries, it's just basically showing that stuff goes on and stuff is happening, and like Bama said, it's a lot of bigger issues going on, but these are just things that are kind of like put out there as far as to keep being distracted if we're not distracted already. More so than anything. So I definitely, understand like the reasoning behind putting it out there and getting it out there. But we're gonna move on to the next topic because it's getting real deep. But this is another topic that we wanted to cover, and it's just about the world that we're living in. This
parents be like watch over your kids, man. Stop, don't leave it to somebody else. You know what I mean? Like parents, be parents, man. Right. You brought life into this world. Pour into them. Be part of
it's not. Life, man. I will say this. Let me say this because I understand you want parents to be parents. I'm gonna say this because I'm a mom. I'm gonna say this because I had a situation with one of my children that happened. They were with somebody that is conditioned to technically be somebody that should be responsible for my children. Okay, it is not always that you weren't there. You may put them in place and in the care of someone. And this person very close to me and stuff happens. So I'm not saying that children aren't necessarily being watched by the parents. It's not always necessarily the parents. Sometimes the parent might have an auntie or uncle or whoever that's supposed to be watching their kids. So let's just say that, let's just put that out there. Like we're not just going to completely blame.
It takes a village.
But it does make sense, like you said, for parents to watch their children. However, a lot of these times in these situations, the parents might have been there, whatever the case may be, but or not even around. They put them over here, over there to be watched by a specific person that's supposed to be trusted. And these people that did these things were not just people that were there for a day or 2 days. They were with these people for years. So they grew a level of trust with the parents. So they were blindsided sometimes. So I'm going to say that. However, we're gonna move on to the next topic because it's a very deep topic, and I can't keep talking about it.
Can I just say this though? But Ari, they gotta be more vigilant than that. And I'm not saying I understand it's difficult, but like, listen, Drake Bell's mother did not do a great job. And if your dad, and if the dad warned you and said that I do not really like the dialogue coach, I'd be more comfortable if he wasn't around all the time. And you make that concern and you let it be known and you ask of that and that's not done. Like we gotta listen. I understand that things do happen, especially if you give your kid to somebody in your family or something. I am not saying that every parent is perfect.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
dead wrong though. She was dead wrong.
These situations is one of those things, like y'all was saying earlier, is people being greedy because you couldn't do it yourself. You're gonna force this person, this young child, to be in these situations. So it's just like it's more so of a selfish decision based on the parents a lot of the times. I will say in the industry. Then you know what I'm saying? Some people will look at it and be like, well, I didn't expect for this and that. It's not always a black and white thing, but in these instances, it is very, very clear that these children were mishandled by their parents and by the people that were supposed to be handling these shows. So we're gonna move on from that because that's just a lot. But let's talk about another thing that's going on in the community as far as like in the world. Right now, California currently is having a staffing. They're having a problem with hiring enough police to police the community out in California. So they're considering and have been considering hiring immigrants to help resolve this issue. Now, where do you think in our community as Black people, especially being in California, how do you all feel about this? I know some of you are on the West Coast, some of us on the East Coast, but how do you all feel about that? That they're gonna consider
Black folk, you're tired of the cops whooping your ass. Here's your opportunity to stop.
Well, this the thing though.
I can't even put this.
Tired of the police whooping your ass. Here's the chance to stop it. Go sign up. Niggas make jokes about that shit you playing. Y'all laughing. Y'all sat and had a whole 10 years, a whole decade of police gunning y'all ass down on national TV. Blackout, Call of Duty kill streaks for 10 straight years. Here go your opportunity to make sure that never happens again.
Well, that's the thing too. I don't understand. J.Rob, we talked about this before, J.Rob. About being a police officer.
It caught me off guard. Like,
go catch that ball.
Nah, I feel it. It just caught
me.
We
definitely need
play with you. Go let a nigga play with you in Hollywood. Fuck.
No, we definitely do. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now.
It makes too much sense to do that.
Like people, like I'm gonna be honest. One thing, and I'm gonna just be, I don't really always question people's like beliefs or politics. I try not to argue what people's beliefs are or whatever. But like one thing I can't get behind, period, is like people who tell me they abolitionists. Like I got an aunt, love her to death. She's like my sister, but she believes in abolition and all that. And I think that is just a terrible, not a waste of time for I think Black people to get behind because they're not getting rid of the police never. So this idea that we're going to be about trying to break down the system and get rid of police, I think that ain't never happening. So yeah,
get rid of police. The world will become a real life purge. Trust me.
I think we want. I'm more with Bammer and Ox where we do need to be more integrated into what goes on to be able to find more fairness within that system.
Yeah,
man, you can't say that, bro. I did K for a school in Alabama, bro. Like I'm confused. Like you're saying,
facts,
go get that ball, nigga. But you go get that ball, nigga. Like that's who you are. You think niggas should sit behind? You think niggas should sit behind people and like Master say and play when it's your turn? So that's you.
Man, go shoot that damn ball, nigga.
You shoot that ball.
Like I said, I don't sit and can't for nothing. I told y'all what I do. I'm a regular nigga just in the community, man. But at the end of the day, I just tell people, this is what you want to do. This is what you want to do. But it's a simple solution. Just like I'd rather shoot a ball, it should be a nigga that rather go out there and patrol the community. I'm pretty sure there's niggas out there. There's niggas out there. I'm just saying, bro. But hey, I'm just a regular guy. Don't believe me, man.
I think. Well, look, here's the thing.
I'm one transmission slip from being broke. Don't listen to me. I'm one transmission slip from being broke.
But look, here's the thing though. Ever since 2020, ever since all of the with George Floyd, everything, there's been a lot of vacancies in police departments all over the country. There's been like a lot of countries or a lot of police departments are 10-20% understaffed from the budget they have. Like they're not even spending up their whole budget because so many police officers have resigned. There's a lot of openings. So like what Bama was saying, I'm with that because it's like everybody was all talking about defund the police, get rid of the police, all this, all that. Okay, so now here's your chance to go join the force and make it everything you want it to be. On top of that, when I look at that article, it says here the Culver City Police Department receives about 60 applications for testing dates, right? 60 applications. Half of those applicants don't even show up to the written or physical agility components. Half of the applicants aren't even showing up. Another 30% don't pass the physical or written part. Another 20% don't pass the oral interviews. So of the 30% that are not even coming, 50% aren't passing the first couple tests. So they're saying they're hiring about 5%, 3 to 5% of the applicants. But
can I ask about two things? So one, I think one issue that we have when it comes to Black people becoming police officers is, I think, being considered a sellout amongst your community. I think earlier times it was a lot more prevalent. I think now we're kind of starting to wean our way towards a more progressive ideology when it comes to that. But I think that plays a role in it. And then two, Ox, I think that, just the physical test and the written exam, that just to me goes back to just bad education. Like it sounds like
test, J.E.B, you don't got to be in tip top. You don't got to be in tip top shape to be.
I got two homies right now.
No, but I'm talking about the written exam. I'm not talking about the physical stuff. Is just me. I'm gonna just get point to like laziness and not giving that your full effort. But I'm talking about the written, the exam part. We got to write and be able to speak in an interview. That's just not having those. I think that's just not having those skills. Like people not knowing how to have an interview. Not knowing how to answer a question on a sheet of paper. Like, those are practical skills that, let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest, Bama. You work with kids. Do we not have an epidemic right now of kids who literally cannot read? They 10 years old, 11, 12, cannot read. Like, there's high school kids, college kids who cannot read right now, bro.
My girl was
gotta go be a cop, bro. In about 20 years, the way AI rolling, it's gonna be RoboCop out there. Hulk, who goes there? Trust me. Like you get pulled up by a nigga that's a robot, and he gonna read your Miranda rights. Like trust me, the way it's going, the way AI put it up. We don't need to.
We might get to a place where we're not even driving the cars anymore, though.
J.E.B, it's funny that you bring that up, right? Because my girl is a tutor she used to be a tutor at a school, and she was tutoring 5th grade. 3rd to 5th grade. Those kids had such a hard time understanding the concepts of the reading and the writing portions of their schooling. It's like it's crazy that it's that hard for them to comprehend what a pronoun is, or like what a.
I blame video games. It's 7 people on here.
Like y'all really just don't understand. First off, that education
video games and rap music.
No, I feel you on that, but that bullshit, that's a cop out, bro. Like, cause first off, that shit is some bullshit. You don't even remember. Let me finish. First off, you don't even remember half of that bullshit they teach you in the first place. It does not apply to the real world with shit that you have to deal with. Filling out taxes, learning how to do a job application, learning how to talk in.
You need to be able to write and read to fill out a job application.
Yeah, them is the basics, my nigga. My mom and daddy taught me how to do that.
My nigga, I just said a lack of. I literally just said a lack of. That's a practical skill. Those are practical skills.
You being a person, a child not being able to understand English or math. First off, this is a European education. So basically, you're trying to teach a tiger how to be a duck. That's just not gonna always resonate in every little po nigga baby head on George Washington and them niggas. Fuck no, that's not just gonna always resonate in their brain like that. All of this fucking they got some weird math that they got to do now. They teach them how to do all that shit. That shit is stupid, bro. They coming up with extra ways to try to put these dumbass labels and call our children retarded or say they slow. Once you start teaching these kids on, hey, bro, this is how you get a job. This is how you fill out an application. This is how you chase your dreams. Hey, this is what you want to be, bro. They pick that shit up so fast, bro. Like, it's scary you how intelligent they is, right?
Yeah, but that's why I just said those are practical skills, though. That's a regular skill.
But at the end of the day, bro, but what cuts you off from that is that oh, bro, they bad in math. They bad, and it's like, bro, you not even really.
Yeah, no, I'm
this
not
shit
worried
is
about
not
that,
really even finna. The shit really
that
not
don't
even
apply.
finna benefit
Yeah, don't
you.
apply.
It's so many. It's so small in your life where you can just apply this shit, right?
Yeah,
that's why I'm telling you, like that's where that shit just be so
But when I say education, though, I don't mean. But when I say
the shit we need to start teaching kids, hey man.
But Bama, when I say education, I don't want you to think. But Bama, I just want to say that when I said the education part, I want you to know when I said education, I wasn't talking about like math, science, history. I'm talking about what you're talking about. Being able to just have a conversation and take an interview. Just being able to just answer a question on paper like a normal human being. That's what I'm talking about. Practical, everyday skills that we just lack. So I understand why you said education. I'm not talking about like physics and all of that stuff. I'm talking about the shit that you're saying. Regular, everyday.
The thing is, right, in school, they'll teach you all this stuff, but they won't teach you about how to build your credit up so that you can get whatever car you want. You know what I'm saying? They won't teach you about how you can save up your money and put it in a trust fund so that you can build the wealth up through that way. You know what I'm saying? They won't teach you about these, financial elements that you need in order to like build wealth in this country. You know what I'm saying? That's what they won't tell you.
That's a fact, Dezo, but I'm thinking more into a little bit more J.E.B was saying as far as I'm talking about basic shit. I'm talking about reading and writing, basic arithmetic. I'm talking about multiplication, addition, division, subtraction. I'm talking about that, and I'm talking about reading at a 8th to 9th grade reading level, 10th grade reading level. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about basic shit. I'm talking about that, and I'm talking about being social with people, being able to talk, being able to have an interview and look somebody in their eyes, shake their hand, yes, no, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what I'm good at, this is what I'm not good at. I'll be here on time. I'm talking about that simple shit. These I'm not trying to use swear words. A lot of people just can't do that no more because we don't see each other no more. We don't interact. We have social issues now. Social issues that are deeper than that. We got anxiety. We don't know how to be around people no more. I'm telling you like this. I was outside. It was so out here. I live in Portland, so the weather ain't all that great. Last week has been beautiful. Spring is among us. You know what I'm saying? So I've been outside. I get up early, get outside. This weekend, I'm outside at 6 a.m, getting my walking, getting my steps in. It gets to be about noon. I'm still outside doing whatever. Kids outside, everything. I realized I ain't seen a young teenager. I ain't seen nobody outside this whole time. I'm realizing I've been all through neighborhoods, all through the streets, everywhere. I haven't seen a 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old kid. I haven't seen one of them. Where everybody at? They in their house, in the room,
they watching Twitch,
off,
bro.
playing around and shit. Like they're not coming outside interacting, bro. There's no social. People don't know how to socialize no more. That's a big issue, bro. That's a very big problem.
But you know what too though, Ox? It's so dangerous outside. I'm just be real. It's so dangerous outside. And some niggas like I'd rather just sit in my own home and be safe than go outside and have a nigga shoot up a party that had nothing to do with me, and I get hit because he was arguing with a bitch outside the club.
Well, early, I'm not even talking about. I'm not even talking about in those situations. I'm talking about in suburban neighborhoods. I'm talking about in everywhere because everybody don't live the life that they worried about getting shot. Most people don't. But those people are still people that are gonna grow up, that are gonna take positions that matter in society, and they just don't know how to socialize with each other. Like let's talk about just basic everyday living. Let's talk about we work at Best Buy. That's a regular everyday job. If I don't know how to communicate with my manager, I don't know how to do anything because I don't know how to talk to people because I'm 18, 19, 20 years old and I'm not outside. You know what I'm saying? I live in a place where
because how many times have you read a book in the last month? How many times have you recommended a book to a young nigga? I mean, I know I
recommend books all the time. I was actually just recommending this Asia Wilson book right here.
Yeah, I seen that.
I recommend books all the time.
I'm just saying, like, that's really what it comes down to. It's our generation too, bro. Like, once we stop doing like stuff like cursive, like we started like declining things and not doing things. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. How many times?
Dear black girls, because black girls rock. Y'all make sure to check
How many times have you used your phone, my nigga, and either spell checked it and had them correct it yourself. Like you start the word and let them finish it, or instead of actually typing the word, you say the word so that way it's spelled out in your phone. Like,
oh no, I'll never talk to my phone like that. I'll never do that.
There's certain things that I think you close to like, wow, you're 35, 36?
I'm 33.
So in your 30s, like you are probably some of the last generation to like really do that. But for the most part, like technology has made it so privy for you to not do things that what happens is the stuff that you used to learn on your own growing up or you used to learn from adults. Nowadays, like it can get substituted with stuff. So now you forget how to spell certain words. You forget how to say certain things. You don't really have to. It's so much words that you don't really have to say anymore because it's an easier way to say them that you shorten your vocabulary. So I feel like, in all honesty, it comes down to like, what is the generation before you teaching you, and then what is the generation coming up under you learning? Like, what is the process? Right. It's certain things that we did in school that kids don't even have to do anymore. Like we used to actually have to like. It was a time when I went to school that you didn't have to use a calculator because you had to learn certain timetables. Nowadays, they let kids bring tablets and all type of shit to school. So now a lot of things that you're doing, you ain't got to learn how to read and write like you used to because you got a tablet that's going to teach you how to do stuff. You can type it out on the tablet. You don't have to learn how to actually write a paper. You can type it on your computer and email that shit over. Like, it's just certain things that like.
Do you know what a Thomas God is?
A Thomas God?
Thomas God.
A Thomas guy? Like G-U-Y?
G-U-I-D-E. Or G-I-U-D.
Oh,
you know, like a guide. Like a guide, yeah.
Nah, never heard of that joint.
So a Thomas guide, it's like you can get them per region and it show you how to get where you're going. It's a graph. It's like a graph system, like a map. If you get it by region, it teach you, you know what I'm saying? It's how you can get around.
I know that's what they call. Yeah,
a Thomas guide that come in a book, like a spiral book, come like this, and then you buy by region.
It's almost like how we used to do. What was the jump we used to use back in the day?
MapQuest.
MapQuest. Like
yeah.
Before
you talking about the joints where they call it? It's like the name that we use is called graph paper. Like it basically got like lines going through, and they got like that. You talking about like that?
Yeah, it's like graph. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Graph paper.
Yeah. So like I pride myself in the fact that I can't get lost nowhere on the West Coast. It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? Because I move around. I try not to use my GPS. So I feel what you're saying earlier. That's why I was just saying that to say that.
Well, even like I don't think a lot of kids
can get home without their GPS.
I used to grow up though, and growing up, I would learn landmarks to figure out where I'm at. Like nowadays, I might be in the car with like my nephew or somebody, and I'll go somewhere, and like it's very rarely when like I'm going somewhere. I know grown adults I've been in the car with who've been somewhere 1,000 times, and I'm like, "How you get there?" And they're like,
"And still got a GPS in." Yep.
Like, bro, hey, bro, how many times you get here and you don't know how to get here?
I ain't gonna cap, man. I'm probably the youngest person here, and I ain't gonna cap, man. I still be GPSing my the way to my shorty's house. You know what I'm saying? I still got GPS.
I need you to understand that. You know what I'm saying? The way the internet works,
I've been with my girl for 2 years, and I still got to put that joint in GPS.
That's if it ever comes a time when that shit shut down, like how COVID happened. If ever comes a time when stuff shut down, you're gonna be so like uneducated about everyday life. It's going to
see. All right. So the thing with me is right. I've always
fuck with GPS, bro.
Like I don't know how people be learning like streets and how to get around that way. Like I'll tell a person I need to be on like 110th and Ashland, and they'll know exactly where to go from where I'm standing. And I'm like, how, bro? Like, how?
Well, because there's a before all this GPS shit, we used to have to remember that. We used to have to know. Okay, go up 3 blocks, bang a right. You know, wait till you see the third stop sign. You're gonna bang another left. It's gonna be right there on your right, 5 houses down. You got to remember. Okay, boom.
I used to do that. Growing up in DC when I was 13, 14, and Ariel could contest to this because we all did this shit. I used to know what bus to catch to get to what train station, what line I was. Because in DC, it's like green line, red line, orange line. And if you go the wrong line, nigga, your ass would be on West Bubblefuck somewhere. Like, how I get here? You had to learn what line to get on, what bus to catch, what time to catch that bus, what train station to get to. Once you got to train station, you had to learn what train station to get to when you transfer over to your location. Like, I used to really know that, dog. As I got older, I had somebody be like, you know what, John? And I'd be like, bro, I haven't gotten a bus in years. I'm a car nigga now, so I could not tell you what line is what to get where. But like, I used to do that shit as a 14-year-old kid. I had a summer job, and at 14, I backpacked from my home in Suitland to all the way to Washington D.C. at Howard University, dog. Like, I learned how to do that on an everyday basis for the summer, and that was at 14. We used to have summer jobs where they were literally putting 14 and 15-year-old kids from Maryland to DC to Baltimore, and we had jobs we had to get to like adults, and we had to learn how to get there. It wasn't I remember when it wasn't no Uber. This is like 2009 stuff. It wasn't no Uber. It was none of that shit. It was, hey, big dog, if you work in this area, you need to go Google how to get to what bus stop, what bus to take, what train station to transfer over to, and you will get there. And you got to do that shit off the privy. So you had to like basically like, you gonna probably mess up the first time. You gonna probably end up somewhere you're supposed to be at, and then have to ask questions on how to get back to where you're supposed to be. But over time, we knew exactly how to get there. Like it was and again, as a kid, I did this not realizing like how important that was. To where fast forward, I'm telling my nephew's 17 years old. I'm trying to tell him how to get somewhere and how to get there. He like, oh, I got no money. I'm like, bro, just call me an Uber. I'm like, call you an Uber.
Yeah, see, the difference is with me, right?
Life of privilege.
The only way that I'll know how to get from like point A to point B
landmarks
is like I would have to, oh, you know that McDonald's on I won't know the street name, you know what I'm saying?
The street name.
No, it's that McDonald's on
but even knowing that stuff,
that's still good though. That's still good.
Like landmarks will help you too. Like
that's valuable.
You may not have to know the street, but you know the direction. If I keep going this way, then I know I may end up here or end up there.
How many times a nigga told you where something was at? You like, man, you go to you ever been to the new so-and-so spot? You like, what that's at? The new Jamaican spot? Where that's at? It's across the street from the so-and-so and so-and-so. You like, oh, where the so-and-so is at?
That's how I would have to explain it to somebody.
That's like that's how we used to talk growing up. Like,
but there's nothing wrong with that though.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Landmarks.
Because I'm gonna be honest too, Des. You gotta remember that's really how
that was kind of the way if you knew that you was outside. Like if you could describe all the landmarks and the certain spots to get from one spot to another in your city, in your town, in your area, you know you well traveled. You know what I'm saying? You could tell like, oh, you stepped up the porch, like you know what I'm saying? Compared to those kids that always had their parents driving them around, they're not paying attention to none of that. I mean, smartphones are making people more dumber and dumber by the day. You know what I mean? Like, it's a luxury to have, but unfortunately, it's a hindrance too.
That's.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Tex. That's a thing right there. You talking about like the kids who had somebody give them a ride? My mama wasn't taking us nowhere. You want to go somewhere? Yeah, that's good. You could go, but how you gonna get there? We'll get there. We'll figure it out. My mama not picking us up or dropping us off.
Lamborghinis. I'm at my man house.
This is the bike days. Get over there and pedal, man.
Right. I'm at my hop on the pegs, bro. Let's get there.
Yeah, let's get on this bike, man. We out.
I'm at my homie's house, right? I'm waiting for my homie to come to we get in the whip. We gonna go somewhere, right? I might go to the show. This little girl trying to get on the bus. She missed the bus. She like, hold the bus. She started busting out crying, right? I'm like, no, mama, you good? She like, no, my phone dead, and I missed the bus and this and that. And I'm like, where you got to get to? She like, blase. I'm like, all right, well, you know, you can catch so-and-so. She was like, I don't know that. Like, I don't have my phone. Can you give me a ride? She like, hey, say, I'm like, mom, you are not getting in my car. You are not getting. I'm like, the fact that you even just asked me to get in my car at 15 is crazy. I'm like, how old are you? 15. I'm like, mama, little mama, you want to get in my, you have no idea who I am. You want to get in my car and have me take you somewhere? She like, I don't know how to get to my phone there. I'm like, look, that's what I'm gonna do for you, right? I'm gonna call you a Lyft, right? And when the Lyft get here, I'm gonna wait till they get here. And when they get here, I'm gonna let the nigga know where you going, whatever like that, and be careful. And then you can be on your way. And then wherever you get, you get there. So she like, well, can I call my? So I call her mom up, right? I call her mom on the jump. She like, where you at, girl? She like, I missed the bus and my phone dead, so I had to call you from somebody else. She like, who phone is it? She's like, it's some guy who basically was nice enough to like let me use his phone. She like, can't he give you a ride? I'm like, ma'am, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like,
hey, real quick,
because earlier tell you I had to like my parents I'm from Baltimore, but I moved to the DMV area and so I had to learn how to get around Baltimore and get around.
Ari, you know, do they that accent that they got in Baltimore? Do they do the do? Is that the do?
Yeah, when she get angry, it come out.
Oh yeah.
Give me two them.
Anyway,
your ass to death.
Like they do that. It's
Ari, give me two. Give me two, dummy.
Give me two, dummy.
Hold on, real quick. Let me just read some super chats real quick. Hold on, 1 second.
Sorry.
We got a $10 joint from Brian Holiday. We got to be those people that create a safe space for the youth. I rarely see people my age, 29, hosting block parties, barbecues, bake sales, fundraisers, etc., that bring people together.
A 29-year-old hosting a barbecue is crazy. I come to it though. Who on the grill though? I don't want a 29.
Who's on the grill for real?
I don't want a 29-year-old nigga on the grill. I ain't gonna hold you. And I'm not.
He make got skills though. He make got skills.
J.Rob on the grill for real.
My
God. Nigga, when I was 29, I had skills.
I go crazy on that grill.
You can have skills. I won't trust them though, nigga. I want an old nigga in some flip flops on that grill.
Nah, nigga, you need the new shit. You need the new shit, bro. You guys fuck with these young niggas, man. We out here working hard, bro. Put me on.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, you know, a lot of men do cook though.
Yo, it's crazy. You know, Bama, you know what's funny? It's crazy how the guy who talks about the young nigga, if you got potential, you should be out there, right? If you got skills on the grill, I should be out there, right?
The grill can't be out there.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, J.Rob. My last Thanksgiving, right? My last Thanksgiving, I go to my little family Thanksgiving, right? Nigga, I fuck around and brought some lamb chops. Fuck the whole Thanksgiving up. They was like, "You brought lamb chops? Like, where did these come from? We ain't never had no lamb chops." I'm like, y'all some old dusty people here with this turkey and this ham. Y'all gonna eat these lamb chops? Like they was fucked up. They was fucked up, nigga. But mind you, at the end of the night, my lamb chop, Lou, I had about 40 lamb chops cooked, good, seasoned. Niggas like, I don't know about all that. I ain't with the lamb chop. Them lamb chops is gone at the end of the night.
Early. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck early. If you 29,
lamb chops is
I feel like there's no excuse for you not to be able to know how to cook.
Hey, Rob, my mother had lamb chops for the first time last year. She is 66 years old.
You know, they just.
But it's so many YouTube videos with like recipes and all that. It's like it's no reason for you to not know.
But here's the thing, though. It's not about knowing how to cook. It's about knowing how to cook. If you know what I mean, like. You can know how to make some spaghetti. Okay, that's a common thing to know how to make. But you don't know how to make spaghetti, like some bomb ass spaghetti. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Like put your own flavor into it.
It's a method to the madness.
Is you getting the pre-frozen meatballs and you cooking them and throwing them in there? Or you getting that real ground beef?
I'm gonna keep it a bean though.
Seasoning that hoe.
I ain't gonna lie though. I'm gonna keep it a bean though. I used to, as much as I did like spaghetti in the crib, it also used to blow mine too, because I know this is the next 72 hours of death right here. 72 hours of spaghetti, nigga. That big ass pot go up.
We gonna eat that throughout the week.
That should be good. I'm not even. It's not even that it be nasty. It's like 72 hours of this.
We ate a lot of spaghetti growing up.
3 days.
Hey, but to the super chat though. But to the super chat. Now, earlier, I don't know if you was playing or if you was serious, but if you was serious, I'm gonna have to hold you accountable right there, because that's some nigga shit.
What?
And I gotta hold you accountable for that because the super chat saying we supposed to be hosting these barbecues, cookouts, getting the youngsters together, teaching them something. And a lot of shit that we do as black folks, we'll make little excuses like that, like, man, I don't know who cooking. I ain't going to that.
Right.
Hold on, man. Fuck you. We supposed to fellowship. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So we got you talking to the nigga. You talking to a nigga who went to Jamie Foxx's house and went in his refrigerator and had to have his brother be like, my nigga, what are you doing? I'm like, nigga, I want to see what Jamie Foxx got. What's that mean? What's that got to do with what you talking about? I'm saying, what the food at? I'm not going to a bit. Ain't no food.
He was at a Diddy party.
No, I was at a J.E.B. party. I'm trying to see where the food at.
Now, okay, but so early, like I'm saying, I feel you, but I'm saying if we like, I like this super chat because that is what we're supposed to be doing. I like to, when I'm at home, when I'm in California, I do that a lot. I like to cook and open invite. You know what I'm saying?
You California niggas, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get that. I ain't gonna lie.
We do that. It's everybody come through. We sit back. You know, the younger cousins, the younger. know what I'm saying? We in there and we you know what I'm saying? We talking shit, we having a good time. But for me, I like to speak positivity when I'm around my younger siblings, younger family members. I'm speaking a lot of positivity, trying to game plan with them.
On the grill, I might fuck with it. I just don't know if a nigga 22 gonna be on the
grill. Real quick, we got another super chat. Real quick from my boy MC Robinson. We appreciate everybody who dropped some super chats, by the way. MC Robinson says, early speaking facts, I'm 23. When I was a child, my nickname around my mother was GPS because I would remember street names and shortcuts with ease.
Facts.
So shout out. Shout out to everybody.
I was a super street code, street science type dude. I had to know what the street names was, man. Like my father made sure he was privy to that, showing me how to, hey man, pay attention. But that was the start of me. My father just turned 76 this year. My father had me at 47 years old, so it's a different ball game. Like, I had an old man raise me. Old man.
47.
I woke up to Marvin Gaye and Delphonics every Saturday morning. It was,
you know, Robert De Niro, 80 years old with a camera.
Real young old nigga.
Well, you guys, any final thoughts? Because it's been a very, very interesting night, to say the least.
I want to say this: if they ban TikTok, just know you hoes will have to find some food to cook. That's what I'm saying. I have no more recipes.
What? That's what you want to leave us with? Okay.
Nah, that's crazy.
Who else got something? Who got something else? Because that was his final thought. So anybody else?
I just want to say to the people, to the graveyard shift, and to No Snooze Button, I'm just happy we finally got to do this. I really enjoyed talking to y'all. And, you know, I like this banter, man. It's good conversation. I think it's necessary, man. So people that live we live in the real world, bro. You know, I think it's important that the people that's living in the real world is talking about what's going on in the real world. They just know what's going on in these streets, man.
Yeah.
Frontline soldiers.
Anybody else got anything for their final thoughts before I close it out for you guys?
I just want to say real quick.
Go ahead, Tess.
Go. Oh, I bet. No, I just want to say again, this is necessary. We could do all the entertainment and stuff like that, and it's jokes and we know how to think, but I think this is definitely necessary, and I appreciate Ari giving a Black woman's perspective on a lot of the things that we talked about. That's also definitely necessary because I think there's a big disconnect with not only the gender within our community, whether it be any ethnicity just in general, but also the age groups. And I think like having all walks of life is always necessary to keep the conversation moving forward. Always tap into the J.E.B podcast, tap into No Snooze Button. We're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna give y'all some more great content, but we're also gonna give y'all some information. Know what I mean?
Contest, call her queen again. She's not gonna be the number, nigga. Stop it. She's not gonna be the number. Stop it.
Don't do that.
You got a Playboy hoodie on, nigga. You have a Playboy hoodie on.
All in all,
I'm just trying to match the hat, man. I'm trying to match her hat, man. The hat is fire. I'm just trying to match the hat, you know.
Thank you. Want to wear that hat so bad.
You want it so bad. It's understandable.
Hey Ari. I'm gonna let you know before you go that you could come up here with us anytime, even without them three niggas. You always welcome over here.
Okay. Oh yeah, don't call me that. It was a joke. Like you really don't call me queen. Like it's not a thing.
They called you Queen Ari in the chat.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Please don't do things like that. We don't do that here. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in. You know, I had a great time.
I want to communicate with Ari. Her cash app is. Let me stop.
No, for real. My name. Real talk tonight.
For sure, Ari, early Bama, for sure. Appreciate y'all pulling up.
It's been great. It's been real, and we will see you guys Sunday at 10. All right.
Yep.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a great night.
All right, Ari.
Bye.
All right. We'll catch y'all. We'll catch y'all on No Snooze Button Friday morning. Catch y'all on No Snooze Button.